This week on Steam Machine Podcast, I'd like to be under the sea in an octopus's garden with Dave. Cue the music! Hey everybody, and welcome back to another episode of the Steam Machine Podcast. My name is Dalton, and joining me, as always, is one half of the Destructo Bros.
Ooh, it's Willie, and I drank a whole Monster Energy and had a nap an hour ago, and it's all starting to kick in now.
Whoop whoop! Wicked Clown Love, Mikhailov. How are you, my good sir? Mr. Team Retrogue over on YouTube.
Kind of disappointed that you did not sing Disney, because you totally had an opportunity.
What's wrong with the Beatles?
Mermaid.
Yeah, it's a Ringo song,
I think
man.
I'd rather listen to Sebastian the Crab.
Well, I mean, you do know that everything's better when it is wetter. Take it from me. Is that better?
Okay, I feel better now.
All right. Under the sea.
You could have taken that song, how's it go? I wanna be a sledgehammer.
A deep diver. Want to dive with Dave.
Dave the diver, you've been down too long in the deep blue hole. Oh, we played games for y'all, yo.
God will claim your soul.
Oh, that's good. Soul. I couldn't
go.
Oh,
yeah, that's a reference to the game.
Hey,
too.
technically we can go into Judgment from Yakuza now, too, because that's in this game.
True.
Oh, shit. I never made it to the DLC stuff, but that's right.
Yeah,
they did add some of that. I'm assuming that's going to be the dancing dude.
We got right to the edge of the DLC, basically.
I didn't.
Well, there's going to be plenty more to play.
And it surprised me that you didn't get far, like, with your love of semen. I was shocked.
Hey, speaking of semen, I booked my plane, paid my share of the B&B, and registered for CES 2026. I broke Dalton.
He's gone. Dalton.exe is stopped working.
I completely broke Dalton. I broke him hard.
I was like, what is the... Oh, yeah.
Brought it home. I brought it home.
Like, what is the link there? Oh, yeah, the Commuter Symposium. That's right.
I brought it home.
Glorious. Well, I look forward to hearing
I'm getting nods of approval from Willie right now.
I'm just proud of you.
If those are
Thank you.
I don't know if those are necessarily approval nods.
No, he's proud.
That's definitely my well-constructed joke. I'm not laughing, but it was well-constructed.
Listen, I know that joke was hard to swallow, Dalton, but you took it well. Like a champion. Like a fucking doctor. Oh, man. How you boys doing? Let's start with old Mickey. Mickey, how you doing? You so fine. You blow my mind.
Moving on to the second caffeinated drink of the night.
What we got?
Zero sugar Mountain Dew Baja Blast tropical lime flavor.
Tropical lime, interesting.
That's a lot of words, but that sounds delicious.
We're about to find out live.
I do like a zero sugar.
Tastes like Baja Blast.
Yeah.
With a little bit of lemon.
I was going to say, both Baja Blast and regular Mountain Dew have lime in the flavor profile up front already, so I can't imagine it being that much of a difference.
Yeah. Which is funny, because it's tropical lime, but it tastes kind of lemony.
Mm.
I really enjoyed it. For a while, they did Diet Coke with lime. It was good.
Yeah, I did like that.
I've had that before. My big thing with Diet Coke these days is the orange vanilla zero sugar. I
never could get into that. I mean, I appreciate that it's very like old school soda jerk type flavor, like half creamsicle, half Coke, but it never quite hit for me the same way as like cherry does.
It's more of a treat for me these days. But
I'll tell you,
if I see
the funny Diet Coke I like, if you get one of the freestyle machines, I actually really like the raspberry edition.
Ooh. See, when I go to the movies, I'll do some weird stuff.
Okay, get kinky with it.
And I'll take
get some of that popcorn butter in there. Let's go.
It's brother, it's like you read my mind. I was picturing him putting like a layer of butter in the bottom of the cup and then doing soda in it.
This is what I get for needing a second to think.
Put the butter in the Coke, you nut, and drink them both up.
You leave those moments, you know that we're gonna just fill the space.
I leave, but yeah, you just scooped right in. I'm like, maybe he'll use truncate silence. Nope, making fun of me.
Well, the thing is that we had jokes, so...
No, I was just trying to remember, is it Diet Coke or Diet Dr. Pepper? But I think it's Diet Coke, and I'll do the strawberry.
Oh.
And then I'll do the vanilla.
So kind of like a...
Yeah, because that's kind of like the berries and cream Dr. Pepper is really good.
Right.
So I imagine that would be tasty.
Yeah, I'm with you on
I
this.
love those.
Delicious.
The freestyle machines are dope, dude.
Yeah, I've had to stop making those because my son's allergic to strawberries and he likes to steal sips out of my drink. So,
oh yeah,
skill issue.
Now,
he'll learn.
Did either of you have the displeasure of trying spiced Coke when that was out? Because it's gone now.
I did not. I refused.
I think
absolutely refused.
I think I ended up trying like the Holiday Spice Pepsi that there was like a decade or two ago, but I don't think I'd know it was spiced Coke.
When I was working with Coca-Cola, they came out with this new flavor called Coke Spiced. And it was, we were like, is this a seasonal thing? Because I tasted, I was like, this tastes like dog shit. I was like, this is gross as fuck. And I let Tony's like, just smelled it. And he's like, no, I'm not drinking that. So
I'm not putting my mouth on that.
Exactly, dude. This was going to be a new flavor. This was not a seasonal thing. This was going to be a new thing. And what it tastes like was raspberry, which is normally okay. But the spiced part that came in, it was like, I don't know what spices they were using or if it was supposed to replicate spiced rum, but it was god fucking awful. And I'm so glad to see that didn't last and they killed that fucking idea.
Yeah, I don't think I ever saw that.
I imagine it tastes okay and then just gets you.
Oh, the back taste tastes like a fart.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know how to describe it.
No, and that's the worst is like the back taste. Like you think something tastes perfectly fine and then it just hits you like a ton of brake. I had some of the worst enchiladas of my life last week. It was all spice, no flavor whatsoever. Like I ate it. For starters, they used black beans instead of pinto beans.
I can take that.
If you don't do black beans right, they taste like dirt.
It tasted like dirt swimming in water. Ew. So there was that, and then there was the enchilada. It was just all heat. Like I felt burning mouth and tasted nothing. Like there was no flavor to go with it.
Yeah, that's one thing about black beans.
And so
too. Like I'm a known Taco Bell defender, but man, if you substitute black beans on like a Crunch Wrap, for instance, they sog everything up. Like you have to be careful with your black beans.
Yeah, so I'm careful with my blue ones too,
and your mean beans machines.
My mean bean machines.
So the thing with when you get a meal like that and it's just really hot and there's not a lot of flavor to it, they're probably either using capsaicin or just a shitty hot sauce because like
their salsa or their red sauce that they put on it was garbage.
I've got a hot sauce in my fridge right now that's got Carolina Reaper in it, so it is like incredibly fucking hot, but it's very flavorful. It's got garlic tones and like a little fruitiness to it. Like it's good, but it will kick your fucking ass.
This was just heat. It was just nothing but heat. So it was like chewing cardboard, and then when it hit the back of your mouth, the cardboard caught fire. That's what it tasted like.
Yeah,
that's Garbo, mate.
Yeah,
yeah. Oh, so Garbo. And then we ordered from that place again, and I'm like, this time I'll just get a burrito.
Yeah, how do you mess that up?
And that had zero flavor to it. That was just cardboard.
Are you sure you didn't have like a cold every time you went there or something?
No. Well, and here's the thing. Like, everybody else that I work with loves this place. The 2 times that I've ordered food from it, the food has been disgusting. And I even ordered food from a different Mexican restaurant because I thought maybe I was just losing my taste for Mexican food. No, it was delicious.
I have had some places that I've had friends that are like, oh, you got to go try this place. You got to try it. It's so good. And I go there and I'm like, I mean, it's all right. But yeah, so I can get that where it's like, especially in work when everyone's like, all right, what are we doing for lunch? Oh, I want to go to chimichangas. Oh, I love chimichanga. And then you can't be the one guy that's like, that place sucks. Can we get something else? Because then you're that guy.
Right.
I feel you, dude.
Exactly.
I feel you. That's like when they were like,
exactly.
Is Supreme Pizza okay for everybody? I want to be like, fuck no. Keep your peppers and onions off my goddamn pizza. But I'm just like, yeah, sure.
Oh, I love peppers and onions.
I will pick them off every time. I don't mind the flavor,
Really?
but I don't want the crunch on my pizza.
Okay.
See, I like a pizza with a variety of textures.
But then you're in Florida, so like they don't know how to make pizza down there. You come up to Connecticut, you'll get a nice pepper and onion.
Man, if you were from anywhere else, I would have like balked at that and be like, man, you can make pizza anywhere. I do need to try the New Haven style stuff before I say anything.
Listen, sir. In St. Augustine, there's a place called Pizza Time. They were ranked number 4 in the country for pizza at one point. It's pretty fucking good. And I've had...
What's ranked number 1?
I've had pizza in Brooklyn when I visited my brother, just on a little hole-in-the-wall mom-and-pop pizza place.
Oh, yeah. You can't go to the chains in New York. You have to go to the mom and pops.
That was the best pizza I've ever had. But I would gladly come to Connecticut and try Connecticut food.
Yeah,
I would gladly, because I love trying different cuisines from different regions.
The faraway exotic lands of Connecticut.
I'll just put it this way. Round these parts... New England, so we don't say round these parts.
Round yonder up there in New England, I tell you what, I reckon that they enjoy a little bit of a different kind of victuals.
Damn Yankees.
But round these parts, chain pizza places don't do well. Like, we had one Pizza Hut in the state, and it closed like about 5 or 6 years ago.
Yeah, that doesn't surprise me.
And we have a couple of Domino's here and there. But the only people who order from Domino's are teenagers and drunk people.
That's the thing. Places like that where you can get good pizza, places like that are killer if they're 24 hours. Because then at 3 a.m. when you're wasted and you're like, dude, I really want a pepperoni pizza, you're not going to care if it's from Domino's. You just want some fucking gullet feeding pizza. You know what I mean?
Correct.
Yeah.
Correct.
And now, that being said, if there was a mom and pop place that could operate 24 hours and offer delivery, they would probably make a fucking killing.
Oh yeah, that's kind of what the role Impella's Aries pizza plays in Louisville, because they're open until like 3 or 4 on the weekends. So, and they're a local place that does pretty damn good.
Yeah, when I worked at that Midnight Cookies in Gainesville, they opened at 6 p.m. and closed at 4 a.m. So like, you know what our fucking clientele was marketed towards. It's like them people they're doing exactly what I'm doing right now. Like, man, I could really go for some cookies, man, and some milk. I would deliver milk and cookies to people. It was the most ridiculous job I've ever had.
Oh yeah, dude. When I was doing Uber Eats, when I was near campus, the Insomniac Cookies place did huge business once the sun went down.
Oh yeah, I bet, dude. Just cookies near a college campus, you're good to go.
It was called Insomniac?
Yeah, I think it's a national chain.
That's a good name.
Sounds like the type of cookies they would make would be Uncharted.
All right. We got video game jokes.
You eat one, suddenly you can climb on a wall like Spider-Man. But speaking of, you were talking about chain restaurants not lasting up there as far as, Italian or pizza places go. On A Hot Dog is a Sandwich, which is Mythical Kitchen's podcast, they mentioned that Taco Bell in 2008 opened up a bunch of locations in Dubai. And they were all closed by 2012 and pulled out of Dubai.
I believe that.
And I think it's because Dubai's just straight up too fancy for Taco Bell. Like that's a city where like traffic can be Lamborghinis and Ferraris as far as the eye can see sometimes. Like it was a man-made city for rich people, I'm pretty sure. So
well, that's along the same lines of like McDonald's in Japan and Italy have to have completely different menus from what they have in the US because they wouldn't survive otherwise.
Have you seen the Taco Bell menu in Japan? It is way different than it is here too.
I can't.
Yeah, and McDonald's in Italy is very, very different.
Oh, you can get spaghetti at the McDonald's in Italy, can't you?
Yeah, you can.
I like looking up international menus. I enjoy that. For instance, Subway in Great Britain has a tiki masala sandwich. McDonald's in India is almost completely different because they don't eat beef there.
And I was thinking the ones in Japan will probably have a lot more fish, a variety of seafood options. I mean, not saying that they don't have beef. They make some of the best beef in the world over there, but...
Kobe. Sorry.
Yeah. Kobe.
Stephen Colbert.
The Kobe Report.
Yeah! Spider-Man theme shirt.
Yeah.
Didn't that show get canceled?
You're canceled.
It did.
Been canceled multiple times in the last 5 years. Okay.
I thought he just went on to do a different show or whatever.
No. Like, he's still doing the Late Show right now. And
Late Show, that's right.
This is the final season of it. Like, they canceled the Late Show. They didn't just cancel Stephen Colbert's show. They canceled the Late Show, period. And
which is miserable to me, by the way. That show has been going on for literal decades.
Forever. Yeah.
Yeah.
And he I loved his monologue when it first got announced, when he was like, "Now I can say whatever I want. So hey, you," and whoever he was talking to, and the camera just pans into him And he goes, "Go fuck yourself." It just cracked me up.
So wait, Colbert's got a new show? Is basically...
No, not yet. Not that I know of.
Okay.
I hope he goes on to do something. I think he would make a killing on YouTube, just doing like a YouTube show in his style.
Yeah, because unfortunately, late night is kind of a lost art now, mostly because of the internet and YouTube.
Yeah. I still enjoy John Oliver, Last Week Tonight, but I watch it on YouTube.
Yeah.
But you watch it on YouTube.
Exactly.
I don't watch it on HBO.
Right. And Saturday Night Live skits, I still love them to death. Watch them on YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you could sit there in front of your TV for an hour and a half waiting for the one good sketch, or you could let someone tell you what it was and look it up.
Right. Exactly. It's, I don't know. The TV and entertainment is just, it's changing. Like, I couldn't tell you the last time I sat and watched something live.
Not counting sports, yeah, same.
And I don't really watch sports.
I was going to say, other than wrestling, yeah, I don't know. I don't know the last thing I watched live.
Yeah. Oh, the times they are changing.
Which, just quickly speaking of, Willie, if you're bored tomorrow night at 10 p.m. Eastern, there's another AAA show on YouTube that me and Connor are going to watch.
We'll see. Maybe I'll be awake at that point. I'm kind of falling asleep.
It's starting late.
Really early lately, so.
Yeah, it's starting late for some reason, but it's in Vegas, so.
Oh, so yeah, Vegas is on, I think, Mountain Time, so it's 2 hours different from us. So it's starting at 8 there.
So, anyways, what else you been up to, old Mikhailov?
I'm on a journey in the clouds. My head is in the clouds. Thankfully, that's where all my games are right now. So I've kind of been game jumping quite a bit, and this isn't why I haven't finished Dave the Diver. I didn't finish Dave the Diver just because this week was next to miserable. But I came to a revelation 2 days ago that if you own the Xbox copy of Final Fantasy XIV, so you buy the license for the Xbox Series X/S version, you can play it on Game Pass if you have Game Pass Ultimate as well. So it's, granted, pricey AF, because you have to own the game, you have to have an active Game Pass Ultimate subscription, which I do anyways, but then you also have to have an active Final Fantasy XIV subscription, which I do anyways. So I just bought the game a third time, and yeah, it's cloud compatible. So I was able to fire it up and play it on a freaking retro handheld. I pulled it up on a Retroid Pocket 5. I pulled it up on my Odin 2, and these are Android based. So literally all I did was open a browser, navigate to Game Pass, and I played it. And so that inspired me to get into trying out GeForce Now. So I'm running a trial of GeForce Now at the moment, and I've been playing No Man's Sky and Palworld on it.
Oh, yeah.
And depending on the internet connection, they run flawlessly. Like, I wouldn't be able to do this away from home or anything, but if I'm at work on the work Wi-Fi, it works. If I'm home on the home Wi-Fi, it works. So I don't have to tie up my main PC by doing local streaming, which I know that'll have better latency, but I don't have to tie it up. I can like sit here at my desk, I can play a little bit, or I can, whatever. And I don't know, I've just been enjoying the heck out of it. I don't have to bring a gaming PC with me to work anymore. Like, I can just bring something a lot more portable. I can just fire it up, play it for a little bit. Dave the Diver's on GeForce Now, so I did a lot of gaming with that. Actually, I did a little experiment. I took Kyle to the park, and I have this handheld that's got a SIM card slot in it. And I'm like, you know what? It's probably not going to be the greatest, but I want to try it just to see. It actually worked okay. Like, there were a couple spots where, like, the latency would dip and it would get a little blurry. But I did a full dive and wasn't that bad.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
Probably won't do that too often now, because after that I got like a notification that I'd used like 2 gigabytes of data on my cell phone plan.
Yeah, dude. That shit goes quick, bro.
But I'm on an unlimited plan, but I'm sure if I abuse the heck out of it, they'll start throttling me or something.
I can speak from experience. Yes, they will.
Yeah. So
in fact, they will throttle your entire household if you download too much on your home internet. So
that's true too, but I don't know. Thankfully, my home internet has not been terrible these days. At least not as bad as the last time I recorded, because my audio was hot freaking garbage in the last 2 podcasts I recorded. So sorry to the listeners for that.
Did you ever diagnose what was going on there?
No, but I've recorded several videos since then, and I haven't had that problem crop up again, so I'm kind of hoping it just doesn't crop up again.
Fingers crossed, man. I mean, everybody's had weird issues from time to time. Like Nate's had them before. Willie's had them before. I've had them.
I feel especially bad for Media Dump, though, because that audio was especially bad. Like, I sounded like I was in another room, and I don't know what caused that.
Yeah, I haven't listened back to that one yet. It's in my playlist, but my playlist is long.
Yeah, I had to stop because I'm like, I don't like the way I sound. Like, my audio's terrible. I'm embarrassed.
It happens to the best of us, man.
Mm.
So, Will,
what about you, Willie?
Yeah, Willie, what about you, man? I got to say that painting in the background of your room makes me want to do Goodbye Horses.
This weekend, Paul observed his birthday, so we all were at Game Galaxy in Tennessee, which is a really cool free-play arcade where you pay up front, and then there's unlimited games for as long as you want to stay, like $20, but there's even a group rate, so it was like $12 each to just play unlimited arcade and pinballs. And they have a ton of games, like I think it's like 200 pinball tables and 300 arcade machines. It's huge.
That sounds freaking sweet.
Yeah.
That sounds amazing.
So we stopped.
And you got to see Paul Korn?
Yeah, got to see Paul, got to see Dave. It was pretty cool. And
oh, nice.
Paul,
because you were in Tennessee, did Nate join you?
Yes, Nate did also. And
that sounds like an awesome time.
Yeah, and originally Paul's wife Chandra was going to take their kid to t-ball practice, but they got rained out, so they actually got to join us at the arcade too.
Very cool. I'm a little jealous you got to see Dave.
Yeah, he was cool. It was good seeing everybody again. I mean, I don't get to hang out with the people that live down there very much because I don't really have any reason to go for the most part, but I enjoy when I can, and it was nice. Nate was very kind. Let me stay over at his place on Friday night, and then he drove me to the place because Middle Tennessee has a little bit more spread out to itness than you would realize unless you actually were on the road.
Yeah.
I learned a lot too, such as I am very grateful to be driving here and not anywhere near Nashville, because I would rather drive here in rush hour than Nashville any time during the day.
Oh yeah, like last time I was in Tennessee, I went there on a road trip, and we ended up in Clarksville visiting my friend Joe, and he drove us into Nashville, and he drove us down to the Jack Daniel's distillery and back, and I just remember sitting in traffic, like just looking out the window, just being like, I couldn't do it.
Yep.
This is a lot of driving.
Yeah, when I was living there, I literally would just drive up to the Kroger near me, take the bus the rest of the way, so I didn't have to actually do any driving.
When I was going up and visiting New Jersey and New York with my dad, that's what we would park at a mall in Jersey that had a bus stop, and we'd hop on the bus and ride it into New York.
That's smart.
Yep.
I want to say too that I have heard Cornette complain about Nashville traffic. Like, God damn, I don't want to drive over there. It's fucking lunatics.
It sucks. They don't know what they're doing, and they don't know what they're doing very slowly. Except for the ones that just zoom past and try to cause accidents. It's great.
Sounds like Florida.
Yeah, we have those in Connecticut too.
Yeah, but
especially on our 2-lane highways. You have the one going too slow on the right, and then you have all the people like using the passing lane as a travel lane on the left.
Yep, it's great. But aside from that, though, I had a lot of fun. Like I said, it was good to see everyone again. We had Indian food for lunch that day, and so that was cool. They had a buffet in Bellevue, Nashville, where it was called Chutney 501, and it was just really good Indian place that had a lot of food on the buffet. You got to have some paneer, some some goat curry, some tamarind. It was really nice spicy tamarind soup. Like, all of it was really good.
Tamarind soup is great.
I wasn't ready for it to be. Yeah, Chutney 615. Sorry, I don't know why I kept screwing that up. And then the TN is capitalized because Tennessee, whatever. And while we were there, like a group of like 20 women all dressed in identical cowgirl uniforms came in and started eating there, which was just very interesting. Like, we couldn't tell if it was like a tour group that was just remarkably coordinated, or if it was people that worked in a theme restaurant, or what.
Well,
have any of you guys ever heard of the Tilted Kilt?
Yeah, it's like a chain pub, right?
No, that's a great name.
It was. They're gone now, I think.
Oh, are they? Okay.
But yeah, no, they're basically wanted to be a Hooters. And that's exactly the type of uniform that they had to wear, except in addition to the cowgirl look, which it was just a weird combination, they had kilts on.
Oh, okay.
Interesting. There was a place in Orange Park in the mall a long time ago called the Tilted something. I don't remember what it was, but it was an arcade, and it was pretty cool. Whoa, what was I gonna say? I guess it doesn't matter. I don't remember. It happens.
That's why they call it dope, kids.
That's why they call that shit dope. Anyway, Willie, continue, my good sir.
Yeah, they also had, like, Paul meets there at that arcade with a lot of his rhythm game people because they have a ton of, like, import rhythm games that you never see anywhere else. And, like, my knowledge of rhythm games basically stopped somewhere around the Rock Band era. So, like, I'm not used to a lot of these games, like, Tune-iper. There's one I played called Waka, where you, like, have your hands... Basically, you almost are, like, sticking your head in this big circular frame and then moving your hands, like, around in circles, kind of, to do stuff and tracking, like... It's very physical. It's hard to explain unless you actually see it in motion, basically.
Huh.
Rhythm games
Did they have Taiko no Tatsujin there?
I don't think they did, no. They had, like, several different DDR-type games, but they didn't have Taiko, no. I have seen Taiko in an arcade, but I can't remember where now.
Last time I saw Taiko was at Retro World Expo, which is a yearly convention that we have around here. It's actually happening this coming weekend, so I'm going there on Sunday. And if I see Taiko there, I'm totally playing some Taiko.
Oh, yeah.
I have been so tempted to buy a PC-compatible DDR pad since I have found out that there is like Clone Hero, but for Dance Dance Revolution.
Oh yeah, Stepmania. It's been around for forever, man. Stepmania is like what inspired Clone Hero and a lot of the other software that emulates other rhythm games.
Yeah, I feel like that would be a really good cardio workout.
Oh, it is for sure.
See, oddly enough, my PS2 is my DDR machine.
Yeah.
Because I have two PS2 DDR pads. And I modded the PS2 and filled up an IDE drive that plugs into the network drive. I loaded that up with DDR games, and I filled up the drive. It doesn't have room for anything else, and PSP, the DDR'd it up.
Yeah, the PS2 was what I used to play DDR on all the time, because I had Second Mix, Ultimate, and In the Groove, and so that's plenty of dancing games.
Oh, my Guitar Hero guitar from the PS2 era. I was using that on Clone Hero because I got the little thing that just plugs in, turns it to a USB, plug it into the computer. You could probably do that with that. You could order this for like a $10 part, and you could probably hook your...
It probably would work, yeah.
DDR
that probably would work. And I could set that up in the living room because I have a mini PC in the living room, so I would just do it there.
Probably be a game that your kiddo would have a blast with, too. Throw him on easy.
He would. Yeah, no, he would. I've been promising that I would set up the Xbox 360 with the Kinect for him. Because last time we went to the retro game store, he picked out 2 Rabbids games that are specifically only for the Kinect. And I've been meaning to set it up, but unfortunately he's been like bad at kindergarten, so I haven't set it up for him I won't until like he starts behaving, but he keeps asking me about it, so one of these days I gotta set the 360 up for him.
Good old Kinect.
Yeah. I'll introduce him to Just Dance, too.
That's a good idea, yeah.
So what else you been up to, Will?
Messing with some stuff, been getting back into messing with my Linux virtual machine, and so I was playing with learning Bash, like the Bash shell scripting, and so that's kind of neat. Like, I never knew anything about it, but people said it's a really easy way to do things once you learn it, and I started learning it, and it's like, okay, more intuitive than I thought it was going to be. Like the way
I'm sure that Dane will be happy to hear this.
Yeah, just like the way you pipe things from one program that does one little thing to another, so you get really efficient stuff. And it's helped me with the thought process behind C programming too, because it's like now I understand why so many programs, specifically use standard in, standard out, and don't, futz about too much with formatting it, because that way it can go just directly into another program, which can then pipe that into something else. I also was playing with the original Rogue while I was in there, which has been pretty fun. I'm terrible at it so far. Centaurs are very strong.
Yeah, I remember playing NetHack, and I used to get my ass handed to me.
I swear, I feel like in NetHack, the most dangerous thing in the world is ants. For some reason, ants always seem to kill me. Because they always show up in packs. They have 3 attacks a turn. They're the worst.
And they just wreck you. Yeah.
Yep. You get surrounded and you're done.
Toast.
Let's see, is there anything else I've been playing I wanted to recommend? I had started on something, but I already forgot what it was, so I'll probably end up resuming it when I remember. I've had a lot going on in my... I've been trying to do a little bit more, staying off the computer, too, and been doing, bringing a little notepad around with me and writing stuff down. That's just been really nice. Kind of keeps your brain clear, keeps you, I wish I would have started taking notes for the episode, but I only started doing this a couple days ago. But since I started doing it, I feel like a lot more creative and a little bit more focused, because when I actually do go back to the computer, I know what I want to do instead of just sitting there playing the same idle game, watching the same YouTube videos or whatever.
Yeah, I get that, man. Like especially with music and stuff, like writing down little lyric ideas and stuff is something I do in my little notepad on my phone all the time.
Yeah. I felt like having something tactile, like an actual physical notebook would help me too, because that way I can also draw or make flow charts or whatever in addition to. So I've got the little one I'm carrying with me, and I've got a larger one I'm keeping at home to make more big notes. This is the page for Dave the Diver. I didn't get very much on it.
That's what's up, dude. If it helps, man.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I've been trying to kind of stay away from the computer stuff myself, because Kyle has been telling me that I spend too much time on my phone, stuff like that. And so we've been doing more outside stuff, we'll go to the park or we'll play outside, we'll blow bubbles, and we're just trying to do more stuff together.
Yeah.
Like that, just in kind of step back from the technology and enjoy the world, and he's been having fun.
Yeah, I think that's a really good idea to do, especially because right now it's starting to kind of turn into fall a little bit around here, and I feel a lot more energized during that weather than I do in a sticky summertime.
Agreed, very much.
Yes, sir.
And it's also that for me, it's that transition in you got to get your outside time while you can, because it's about to drop white stuff on top of you.
Mm-hmm.
See, I'm just
and you ain't going out
waiting for it to cool off.
Yeah, you're still dealing with the Florida heat. It's still
pretty warm. It's cooling off at night, but during the days, it's still pretty brutal.
Yeah, I'm happy as long as it drops below 70 at night, frankly.
Yeah, because that's when Lilith likes to play too. It's right before bedtime.
Mm.
So she likes to go out there and just run off her last little bit of energy, and it's just so nice being out there in the dark. Well, not the dark. I have lights on, and not sweat.
Yeah.
Because Florida, and I'm sure you deal with this in Kentucky too, where it's sometimes it's just so humid that it doesn't matter if it's light or dark out. When you walk outside, you're going to sweat.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's brutal. Absolutely brutal. Does that just leave me?
I believe so.
That just leaves you, Dalton.
All right. So, let's see. Got me a new little fiddle. Got me a baritone guitar. Gretsch. Didn't break the bank with it or anything, but it's a pretty solid little ditty. I've really been enjoying playing it. Made a little Metallica medley earlier with it.
Yep. Just listened to that right before we started recording.
I will tell you that my fingers are getting used to the string tension on it. Bends take a little more effort than they do on a normal guitar, right? So my fingers are just a little touchy at the moment, but they'll get used to it, and I'll get my guitar playing calluses back. I used to have such soft hands. Not so much anymore. I got a few games. Let me go browse and see which ones they were. I got Old World, which is Civilization-esque. It's kind of like Civilization meets Crusader Kings.
Okay, interesting.
So I went in and looked through all of the people I can play as through the different not eras, but the Greece, the Phoenicians, I think was one of them.
Okay.
I don't know. It's a specific era of time that you start in. Old World, obviously the Old World. But I haven't started a game on it yet, so I'll report back more on that on a later episode. I got Everybody's Golf Hot Shots that came out.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, you've been loving that game, despite the fact that the rest of the world has not been.
Yeah, I've been told it's pretty buggy.
People say it's buggy. I've ran into a couple slowdowns, but I don't have any issues. Here's the thing that I saw in Steam reviews. Everyone is bitching about the spin and side spin mechanics that you do with the ball. Those are two mechanics I do not fucking use, because even in the old games, I could never get them to work right, and they never went where I wanted the ball to go. So I just don't use them. I just got good without them. And I've ran into a couple slowdowns, and that's it. So I have no real complaints with the game. Here's my big thing about it. There's no DLC available for it right now that I've seen, and you can actually play the game and unlock things. If you're young and listening to this, I know this might be baffling to you, but that used to be common.
Yeah, you would play a game and get new stuff from just playing it.
Yeah, you can play and unlock characters. You can play to earn currency, and you use that currency to buy new clubs and buy new balls and stuff like that, So it's really a good time. I'm enjoying the shit out of it. sent you guys the other day some screenshots.
Yeah.
I got a hole-in-one on a par 4.
Yeah, big congratulations on that.
Because I have my guy's power, upgraded, and I used the boost, and I got a perfect hit. So perfect all the way this way, perfect all the way this way. And it was a special, so when you're playing through, I don't remember exactly what it's called, but it's like not the story mode, but there's like another mode. It's almost like arcade. It just drops you into these random matches. And this one was called is a tornado hole. Are either of you familiar with the older Hot Shots golf games?
I have seen tornado holes in play before.
I played the Vita one back when the Vita came out.
Okay, so the tornado hole is the one that gives you a radius, and as long as you get the ball in that radius, it'll pull in. Well, I smacked that motherfucker and sailed, and it landed on the green, and I was like, oh shit, and it rolled just enough where it grabbed it and pulled it in. I was like, oh shit! Hole in one on a par 4. The next hole was a par 3. Another hole-in-one. And I was like, yeah, I am all that is man. As I sit here.
It makes that satisfying little tink, and you see the word tink come out of the...
Dude, I love that tink. Like,
yeah.
That's
just satisfying.
Little things about the game that they do that I just absolutely enjoy. It's a game meant to make you just happy and giggle and smile, because they know that some of the shit in it is frustrating. So they throw other things in to make it, pleasing.
That's golf games in general, I feel like, is they have to find a really fun way to balance the fact that golf is an inherently frustrating sport, but golf video games are inherently fun to play, and you got to just figure out how to emphasize the fun while making the frustration not back you off,
Yeah, and I think that them acknowledging you when you hit a good one, and they're like, nice shot, or whatever, like things like that, just give you a little endorphin boost. Nice cock! Dude. The character I play as, in the story mode, has this dark shadow inside of him that tries to come out of his left hand, right? And so when you're playing, he'll always look at his hand and he'll go, reveal yourself! But because I play with it turned down, and I'm usually watching YouTube, it just sounds like he's yelling, kill yourself! So it just sounds like he's yelling that all the time. And I'm Jesus Christ.
Reveal yourself doesn't sound much better.
Well, if you had a shadowy figure living inside of you, would you want it to reveal itself?
Probably not.
So, Willie's dealing with one of those dudes with a small penis.
Yeah,
that's what I call it. When a dude drives by, it's just like, whoa.
Yeah.
Always go, sorry about your dick, bro. I cannot do this episode without mentioning that on the same day that Hot Shots Golf came out, the same day, a little game called Hollow Knight Silksong came out. And Hollow Knight Silksong, how long has that been cooking? 10 years? 8 years? Something like that?
7 or 8 years.
I believe that they first started working on it during the Kennedy administration.
So
it was originally going to come out on punch cards.
I know that they teased it in the Switch 2 thing, and it said it was going to be available day 1 on Switch 2, and people were like, wait, what? And I remember telling Nate about that, and Nate's like, I'm not going to get excited yet. And then they gave a strict release date, and the chat was like, holy shit, This is not a drill. We have the release date. And it came out, and I have played it. It's pretty fucking good, man. I'm really enjoying it.
I regret that I've been too busy to play it. I have it. I played about 1 hour of it, which is not enough to make any real judgment. I mean, it feels like a Hollow Knight game to me so far. I'm enjoying it. The aesthetics are still on point. It feels like I'm playing as Hornet, although I can't wait until she actually has some abilities. So it's as agile as she is in the first game. But she's been transported somewhere and has been basically pinned up in a little carriage for weeks. And so she's super weak at the start of the game because of that. Yeah,
I'm very interested to see where it goes. I'm not super duper far in it, but I've really, really been enjoying the aesthetic. And honestly, I really like the challenge of it. Mm-hmm. I know that's weird coming from me, but I do. I like it a lot.
I actually haven't played the original Hollow Knight.
It comes highly recommended. If you like any kind of Metroidvania type games. I'm a little
intimidated by the difficulty.
People bring up the difficulty like it's super hard, but it's one of those things I don't know, it's kind of like Dark Souls, where it's not that it's hard in the sense that it is a little unforgiving, but it just means it wants you to practice and get better at it. It's not like it's impossible to do. It's just asking you to pay attention, basically.
It's unforgiving. It's not unfair.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
I
gotta give it a shot.
Where there's a will, there's a way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If I can beat Black Myth Wukong that game kicked my dick in the dirt. If I can beat that game, sir, you can beat some Hollow Knight. I know you can. I have faith in you.
I'll get to it. I've got so many games I'm jumping to right now, or jumping between, I should say. It'd be nice if I could make up my mind.
I got one other game that I want to talk about, and then we can pretty much move on. Oh, tomorrow, get him a new chair.
Oh,
I'm gonna
yeah.
have to find a way to reposition my microphone.
Yeah, you've been excited about that new chair since it'll be a little easier on your back that has been killing you since that injury talked about in the last episode.
And I feel like, movie nights and stuff, it'll be a little more comfortable than like sitting hunched in this chair watching it. But yeah.
I just I had to get a new computer chair myself because mine broke literally as I sat down on it. The bottom part where the wheels are just snapped in half.
Ooh.
And that was a gaming chair. So I'm like, I'm not getting a gaming chair anymore. I just got myself a nice office chair. I made sure that it was weighted for over 450 pounds, even though I'm not that fat. But I wanted it to
you have goals.
I wanted to spend money on it knowing that it was going to last.
Yeah. 100%, dude. And I'm right there with you. With gaming chairs are just not comfortable to me anymore, especially because I guess I'm a little taller. So they typically wing in and it pushes my shoulders forward. And that's not comfortable at all.
And they're probably meant that way because they're gaming chairs. They're probably meant to hunt your shoulders forward because that's how you would hold a controller.
Well, I mean, they're stylized after racing chairs. And what racer have you ever heard say, man, that seat in that car that I'm driving 150 miles an hour is comfortable as fuck? Never.
Probably not even thinking of the comfort.
Exactly. They don't have time to think of the comfort. But the other game that I got, and I'm just getting out of the tutorial, if not still making my way through it. So I'm not super far. But I got Tainted Grail: The Fall of Avalon. And the original Tainted Grail game was a deck builder RPG style. This one is a first person or third person. You can choose between at the start of the game. This is a straight up RPG game. And Co Carnage over on Twitch, he's a guy who's also on Drop Frames. That's how I discovered him. Spoke highly of this and said that this is the first game in a long time that reminded him a lot of Morrowind. And the first time he played Morrowind, I was like, really? So it was on sale. I have a little bit of extra cash at this second. So I snagged it and was like, let me check this out. And it's freaking pretty sweet so far, dude. Visually, it's just a little indie game. I think the normal price of it's $40 or $50. It's not a $70 or $80 or $100 game or whatever, but I'm thoroughly enjoying it. The combat seems a little odd, but it just seems I'm just so used to the way Bethesda games swing in first person that I just got to get used to a different engine. That's all. So I'll be reporting back on that too, because that just seems like this maybe could be an RPG that I sink some time into. Because you know me with fantasy games. I love that shit.
Yep.
Oh yeah, me too.
I posted a screenshot in the chat, and then I posted it in Screen Archery. That was just this really fantastical looking landscape.
Yeah.
Really, it's like a cloudscape. That's from the tutorial in the game. It was after you make it out of the prison, because shocker, you start in a prison.
Yeah, with the tower that's kind of ripped in part and just kind of
floating. I have no idea what's going on. I went through a portal in a jail and ended up in that place. And I'm like, what the fuck? And yeah, so I look forward to when I load it back up and see where it goes from there. Because I took.
I'm looking at it right now. Is it this game where the tower is floating in the air, all apart?
Yeah,
and stuff.
Yeah,
it's really cool looking, actually.
Jeez, kind of reminds me of Walking on Earth and Doom Eternal, quite frankly, and everything's all just jacked up.
Yeah, I could see that.
Yeah, I could see that too. Yeah, it seems really cool. I'll report back on it more when I get further into it.
Yeah, I'm very interested to see if it holds up to first impressions.
Yeah, especially with I try to take recommendations that, it's like X game with a grain of salt, because I feel like that is it can be a huge helper to a game, but it can be a huge detriment to a game as well.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like Old World, when people say, oh, that's like Civilization. Well, it's got other stuff that Civilization doesn't have, but if you say, oh, it's a Civ-like, and people who don't like Civ are just going to write that game off immediately, So I try not to compare them like that. But when I heard Morrowind, you know me, it just peaked. So
yeah, because it's not Morrowind isn't a game people still use in vain. If someone were just comparing it to the genre, they would bring up Skyrim, not Morrowind. If they bring up Morrowind, they're talking specifically about the way that game made them feel at that point in time.
Yeah, and like a little less hand-holdy.
Yeah,
than
also
Skyrim
that,
is. Yeah, and I look forward to diving into that. And speaking of diving, gentlemen,
Look what he did.
Yeah,
we played a little game called Dave the Diver. So let's float on over to the Wikipedia bullshit, gentlemen. The obligatory Wikipedia bullshit.
indeed.
Dave the Diver is a 2023 video game. Pause. When did Balatro come out?
I think it may have also...
Last year.
Okay, 2024 then? Okay.
Yeah, last year.
Okay. That'll come up in later. Dave the Diver is a 2023 game developed and published by Mint Rocket. The game combines both action-adventure and management gameplay styles as players explore deep-sea environments to gather ingredients for a sushi restaurant. It was released for Mac and Windows in June of 2023, following an early access release in October of 2022. A Nintendo Switch version was released in October 2023, versions for PlayStation 4 and PlayStation 5 in April of 2024. Now, Mikhailov, again,
Dalton.
other than your love of semen, what made you pick this game?
Yeah, Dave looks like me.
I love it. I love it. That's the best reason you could have given me. It's just like, he looks like me. Fuck it. I was like, oh, let's play it.
God.
That's how I got into the game. Because somebody had left a comment on one of my YouTube videos that told me I look kind of like Dave the Diver. I looked up Dave the Diver and I'm like, holy shit, I look like Dave the Diver.
You know who? That is such a much better compliment than what I've gotten, which was a YouTube comment on one of my videos back in the day that said, wow, you look like Susan Boyle.
I mean, could have been called worse.
I was clean shaven and about 100 pounds heavier at the time. So, yeah.
Well, that's the thing. When I had first gotten subjected to when I first got subjected to Dave the Diver, I was also bigger. And so, yeah, I did kind of look like him. I had a, fat face and yeah, I still kind of have a fat face. But
You just have pinchable cheeks.
yeah, it turns out that the game is actually kind of fun. So I wanted to share it with you guys and get your impressions of it. I actually, and this is behind the scenes, the listeners don't know this, but I just randomly gifted this to the two of you and Nate one day.
Ages ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, ages ago, and we're finally getting around to it. I think I was gonna have it be a pick like last year sometime. I think I was gonna ask you to play it, and then just so many other things came up that it just kind of got backburnered. So I figured we're getting to the end of the year. Steamy Awards are right around the corner. Let's give it a shot.
Yeah, it's trying to get in your those final ones that you try to get into the Steamy Awards. See if you can get them some recognition.
And I only have one more pick for Spooktober, and that's it.
No, not necessarily. You got October, and then 2 weeks for Metal Gear. My pick 2 weeks is November. No, you got one more after that.
Oh, okay.
It might
I got
be
one more.
It's either yours or a poll that's going to close the year out, I think, unless a game ends up taking longer than 2 weeks.
Well, if we usually do Steamy like end of January anyway, right?
I think try to do that the first episode.
Yeah, it's usually the first episode.
Is
of
it the first episode of the year? Okay,
Yeah.
That's right. Well, I have something else lined up for down the line, but if it ends up being next year, it's next year. It's no big deal.
Fair enough. Well then, Willie, what was your first impression loading up Dave the Diver?
It's kind of weird. I often have an issue with certain things in pixel art aesthetics in games. Like, I tend to not like it when it doesn't match the constraints and aesthetics of an existing system a lot of the time. But as I was playing this one, I realized it wasn't going for a specific system, but rather kind of like, if it were anything, it would almost be like an arcade game from a time when they had good, like, sprite rotating and scaling and all that, so it isn't meant to be just pixely pixels. And it feels like the pixel art style in it is less of a specific console generation and more like the pixel art of people who grew up on pixel art and do pixel art for pixel art's sake. Like, there are a lot of programming and tweening techniques used to make the animation smoother without it being completely ridiculous looking. And so I really quickly was like, I really love the way the cutscene animations especially look with the character designs. Like, it's very expressive, very, like, there's a lot of, like, anime-style techniques used to balance out the pixel art video game techniques. It just has a really good feel to it. Like, there's something about the energy of it that's very pleasing immediately.
Oh, yeah. And I would say mine would be, I loaded it in. I was like, all right, let's see what this is about. And then I met Boncho.
Yeah.
Yes.
And that's all it took, dude. I was like, dude, this guy looks like hardcore 70s, like, blaxploitation kung fu guy, retired, opened a sushi restaurant. I am so fucking here for it. Boncho is the goddamn man.
He's got that really, like, intense, like, ancient martial arts master type energy to him, too. Like, he's got that incredible focus. And yet he's also just, like, all about the chef life, too. Like, he's crazy. He's, like, a mix of 3 different character archetypes, and they all work perfectly together.
And another thing that jumped out to me, and this was a first impression, was this game has a very similar loop to another game that we have played for the show.
Oh, yeah?
Where you go out, you gather your ingredients, you bring them back, and they are served. You don't have to cook them. But it reminded me so much of Battle Chef Brigade.
It's an interesting comparison.
Yeah, because the gameplay is nothing alike in any way, but the flavor of the gameplay loop is similar.
Flavor.
Yeah. Yeah.
I agree that they're the same essence. And
essence.
I really,
so many cooking terms.
You know that I loved Battle Chef Brigade, so this was like, all right, let's do it. I will say it didn't grab me at first. Like, my first couple dives, I was like, okay, this seems like a game I'll pick up every now and then and do a couple dives and, you know, yada, yada. Once it rolled a little further on, it grabbed me a little more. I won't say that, like, you know, this is, spoilers, this isn't going to be like my game of the year or anything, but this was a, you know,
right.
It rolled on.
Yeah, I think that's...
It's fun. I
think that's also an interesting point, too, is that both of you said that when you first started playing it, you kind of felt like doing, like a day at a time. Like, you would do the dive session, cooking session, and then, like, sign out. And, like, I think I was the only one that jumped in and immediately started kind of binging it.
Yeah, it took me about a week of just doing a dive or two before I was like, oh, okay, you know, and then, you know, the other night I played it for like 4 hours straight, just going through, and I beat like 2 chapters in one sitting.
Yeah, I thought I was going to get the furthest, but in the end you pulled ahead of me.
Yeah, see, for me, it's a game that kind of fits with the whole, you know, full-time worker, dad life regime. Like,
dad life?
When you have only like maybe an hour before bed, or totally shaking your head at me.
Oh, I was shaking my head at myself.
Or
yeah, I was going to say, no, he's doing that to himself.
Gotcha. So, no, it's just, you know, you only have an hour here, an hour there, and you could do 2 dives and a sushi roll or a restaurant run in an hour. And I kind of found that the later you get into this game, the harder it is to actually have a shorter session, because you start getting more cutscenes and more backstory, and you start getting more side quests.
Yeah, eventually you do reach the point where the diving isn't just a time limit thing, because there are places you can stop and do other stuff that doesn't use your oxygen.
I do want to quickly point out, speaking of oxygen, full disclosure, I played this game with infinite oxygen on. I just have an issue, and this is just a me thing, with games that are underwater and have underwater levels. I like have breathing issues while I'm playing underwater. Like, I will hold my breath and then be like, oh fuck, and I'll forget to breathe and shit. Like, it happens to me in Oblivion and Skyrim. That's why in Oblivion, one of the first things I do is I go over to Anvil. And you go over by Anvil, and you go off the coast of Anvil past this rock and down, and there's a helmet that gives you dark vision in the dark for underwater, and it gives you breathing underwater.
Be an Argonian,
like,
wimp.
You know, that's one of the things I've done in Skyrim, is played as an Argonian, so I didn't have to deal with that. I'm real weird, and I'm like, okay, so I'm playing Oblivion, we're in the Imperials, I'm going to be an Imperial. Okay, we're in Skyrim, I'm going to be a Nord that doesn't suck.
I thought I was being clever when I picked a Dark Elf in Morrowind, and I didn't realize that they were kind of the plurality there.
Dark Elves get the shit into the stick everywhere, dude.
I was going to say, aren't Dark Elves in Vardenfell because nobody else wants them to be anywhere else?
Sounds about right.
I think so. I think it's the Dark Elves that's where they go. They go hang out with the High Elves in Vardenfell.
Yeah, but then, like, if you're not either of those two races, you just get shit on everywhere you go.
Outlander. Take a look at my cheddar, Outlander. Shout out the Young Scrolls. But yeah, this, now that I've got that disclosure out of the way, this game just turns into a fucking Yakuza game.
Yeah, that's one of the notes I made, because you said that, and I was like, I thought
you did say
that was a really interesting point, because it starts off like, you could have, if you did the loop from chapter 1 of the game, you could have built it basically as a Flash game. It's just an upgrade and make money and upgrade to make more money type of game.
Mm-hmm.
But then
it's almost like it starts off as a phone game, almost like just like a little idler, almost.
But then,
kind of.
But then it starts to open.
It doesn't stay that way.
And also, I mean, I feel like the game is a little bit more mechanically tight than that, but like it still does have the vibe of that kind of, you know, upgrade based loop at first.
Yeah, and then all of a sudden, and you said you made a note of it. It's like you get to where you meet the sea people, and then suddenly it's like there's a casino. You can go gamble. Suddenly, and there might be slight spoilers, Mikhailov, but this isn't anything story major.
Oh, that's fine. I'm on chapter 3 of 7, and I don't know that the story is really the driving force of this game anyway. It's just kind of there.
It starts to be around chapter 3, because that's when you actually start being able to communicate with the sea people and visit their village, and then that becomes kind of your new base of operations.
Which, by the way, when you do that, you get this mirror that lets you instantly transport to the sea village. Yeah, that's not a back and forth transport. I thought it was just a back and forth transport, and I just went back to the boat through the mirror to save my game.
End your day.
And that cost me the morning.
Yep.
Yeah.
So now I only have an afternoon dive.
It's not like you have a limited number of days, so it's not that big of a deal.
It's not that big of a deal, but like you have to micromanage exploring the blue hole and finding money through catching fish and turning those into banchos so that you can make sushi. And that's a whole game in itself, because you have to have ingredients to upgrade the dishes, to get more money, to be able to afford better equipment for better dives. And man, I love the gameplay loop. Did I mention that?
Yeah,
Please.
It's a solid loop. It's like the better you do at diving, the better the stuff you can bring back to Bancho is, and then you make more money at Bancho's sushi place to put back into your equipment so you can get even better dives. It's like, it's cool because that's
It's like Monster Hunter.
Yeah, it's cool because it's actually a lot like that. Yeah, because you're catching the same thing multiple times because you're getting different stuff out of it. Like you can if you catch like 3 pieces of meat off of a fish, a basic sushi fish, you can then turn those 3 into an enhance, which means Bancho basically levels up that recipe, and then it becomes worth more money and more happiness. And then it's 6 to the next level, 10 to the next, etc., etc. And so your basic fish can end up being worth something. Although I
tell me. Go ahead.
I think find that ultimately it starts to look like sharks and tuna end up being most of what's worth doing, just because you get so much meat off of them and they are very, very valuable.
Yeah, and I'm finally at a point where I'm upgraded enough to where I can take out a shark in a couple of hits and basically call a drone now to get the meat so it doesn't take up my weight, and then I could go a little bit deeper and find other stuff there. Go ahead, Dalton. I'm sorry.
How do you have a drone already? I just got access to those in like chapter 6.
I had him in 3.
It's a side quest.
Yeah, I had him in 3 also.
Oh,
it's
okay.
a side quest.
Well, interesting. I'm like,
you must have done something in a wacky ass order, because I had him in chapter 3 too.
It wouldn't surprise me, dude. So no, please tell me you guys have been feeding Momo.
Yes.
Yes, of course.
Okay.
I haven't got anything out of it yet, but I just love giving that cat food. There's a cat in the bar called Momo, and it just sits at the far end. You can walk up and you can find cat food while you're diving. And there's also like regular and premium cat food. And we played Yakuza. Was it 5 or 6 that had feeding cats? I think it was 6. Yeah. So
it was 6 because I caught all them damn cats, including the glitched one.
And I didn't do anything with the cats, so I felt like really feeding the cats to make up for my sins in Yakuza 6. So
you haven't seen the wrap up. I guess I'm assuming you haven't either, Mikhailov.
No. So that does
I'm not going to tell you what it is.
Cool.
Yeah, it's adorable. That's all I'll say.
I figured there'd be something because there's an achievement for it. So
it is secret. You got to learn Momo's secret.
That's right. Learn Momo's secret. Right. I don't have any idea what that is. I've been avoiding spoilers. The only time I looked anything up was very specifically because there's the environmentalist missions, and one of them I had really early on was to get collect plants, and one of the plants was seaweed, and it wasn't at the depths it said it was, so I went and looked up how to get seaweed. You have to, it just doesn't spawn until you reach chapter 3, I think.
Yeah, I've noticed certain, like, and this is one of my favorite things, going through an area that I always just run through and being like, I've never seen that fish before. Harpoon or net. I love the fucking net gun.
Yeah. Blitz was telling me that the net gun is his favorite way to get the little fish too. Like I've been a sleeping dart. I was actually going to ask you guys about what weapons you were maining in the game. I've been a tranquilizer dart boy myself.
I've been rocking the triple axle.
Triple axle is definitely my go-to for when I expect to fight something.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Like when I go deeper into the hole. Oh, God, that sounds so dirty.
Giggity.
When I go deeper into the blue hole.
Giggity.
I tend to either bring that or an enhanced rifle, because either the triple axle will do like 3 hits of like 15 HP, let's say. But then if you miss one, then you're only doing 30 damage instead of 45. Whereas with the rifle, you have more distance between you and the fish that's attacking you, and you'll hit for a steady 35 all the time. You just have to make sure you land the hit.
Yeah. So when you say rifle, do you mean the base rifle or the red sniper rifle?
The base rifle.
Okay.
But I upgraded it. I think it's like the rifle.
Yeah, now it's like the medium rifle or something like that.
Yeah.
I was using the triple axle for a little bit until I upgraded my harpoon to max. Now my harpoon just does like 40 damage when I whack a shark with it. So I just roll with that, and then I use the net gun to catch the smaller fish. So basically it's like I have a powerful harpoon for big shit, and I got my net gun for the smaller stuff, because net gun auto 3-star.
Yeah. I want to bring up the star system. So basically there are 3 ways you can catch a fish in this game. One is by killing it and picking up the corpse, which gets you the least amount of meat. It gets you 1-star quality. So that's like if you kill it with your melee weapon or if you kill it with a gun. You can bring 1 gun underwater, and melee, you start off with a knife, but over the course of a dive, you can pick up stuff from boxes. So you might end up with a samurai sword or a baseball bat or a taser or something like that.
Love the samurai sword.
Samurai sword is really good.
Also love the sea snake.
The sea snake is really funny, and so is the
fucking
shovel.
laugh so hard.
The shovel that gives you like the Shovel Knight style pogo dive.
Yeah. Yeah, dude.
So I have a question about the basic stabby, the melee attack. Okay. Is that always going to be the knife until you pick stuff up?
Yes.
Or can you actually upgrade that at some point?
I believe so. I believe you can upgrade it. So
really?
I'm right at the point where in the sea people's area there is a blacksmith.
Oh, I haven't actually done anything.
The blacksmith.
I've only started the blacksmith's quest, so okay, that makes sense. So he can give you better melee weapons, you think?
I think, because I've seen in Reddit, when I just looked up like beginner tips, one of the tips was upgrade your knife when it becomes available.
Okay, so that's probably...
So I'm thinking the blacksmith is going to be where you do that. Now, I've done like 2 or 3 quests for him, so I think I'm getting to the point where it's going to be like, yo, now I can do whatever for you.
Yeah, I brought him
if he makes it where I can like...
So.
If I can craft like a samurai sword and start with that instead of the knife, please,
Mama,
Daddy.
that'd be good. Yeah,
I haven't seen one in the game, but I would like just a machete.
I mean, you start with basically a knife, so a machete is not that big of a difference.
Yeah.
Speaking of machetes, who do you guys have working for you?
My servers are Raoul, which is this big muscle dude that flexes all over the place. And Kyoko, who's basically the girl that does the drinks. I think everyone gets Kyoko really early on. And as long as you level her up twice, she handles drinks for you, which is really good. And then in the kitchen, I have the little girl whose dad disappeared on her, and the guy that looks like Jason Voorhees.
So is Kyoko the ninja chick?
No, she's like just a regular girl.
Okay, so in my kitchen, I've got girl who wants to impress her dad or his legacy.
Yeah.
And I have Jason Voorhees.
Yeah.
I mean, I know his name is James.
I forgot what his name is. Is it James?
His name is James.
Okay.
But that's fucking Jason.
Yeah.
But
well then,
one of my servers, I think her name's like Kiyomi or something like that. She's a goddamn ninja.
That's so cool. I haven't seen her yet.
So like, there's
Did you get her from an event, or was she in the hiring section?
I believe I did the most expensive hiring, because I got her and Jason in the same grab.
I definitely got Jason from hiring, and Kyoko also, but
Bancho.
Yeah.
Oh, go ahead.
No, that was the whole thought.
Boncho on was it Instafish or Fishtagram?
I think it's Cooksta.
Cooksta. That's right, Cooksta. He posted a picture of Kiyomi, and he's like, she's good at what she does, but she shows up to work in the most random ways, and it's like her up in a rafter, like she's just coming in from the roof. It's like, I love it. Like, the game's so quirky, dude. Yeah, the underwater sections and going through with the powerful harpoon and the net gun. The thing is with the net gun though is you only got a few shots.
Right.
So you gotta constantly be looking for ammo for it. But I have it upgraded to medium, and I have 4 nets now instead of 3, and it can catch up to 7 small fish at once if you shoot into a school.
So you just blast a bunch of cardinal fish with it.
It's real fucking helpful at night dives when you have
that one swarm that attacks you.
Fish.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow, that would be useful. Thank you for that. Oh my god.
Those things are aggressive.
Yes, they are.
Yeah, they're fucking... And
which means bring the freaking net gun when you dive at night. Oh, I didn't even think about that.
Dude, it's real helpful.
And that was one of my deaths in the game, was those freaking small fish.
Yeah, they very
so
close to got me. Actually, I think they did get me my second night dive.
I mean, they didn't kill me again because I had the infinite oxygen on, but it reminded me of when we did Diablo for the show, and I went into that one room and immediately just got surrounded by the goat men and couldn't do anything. There was a point where those fish were just around me, so I was literally just having to swing my little knife.
And they go about as fast as you do,
I was like,
too,
I would be fucking dead if I didn't have that cheat on. So like, I was like, damn, these fish are aggressive.
Yeah, I think if you're over encumbered, you just can't escape them.
It's fucked up.
Yeah.
Speaking of over encumbrance, my favorite item in this game, bar none, is not a weapon. It's the jet thing.
Yeah.
Man, if you can do it right, you can zip around on those. You just got to watch your battery.
And if you get it from the shop, it's not always there, but I like to start with it. If it's in the shop, I'll buy it.
Yeah, me too. I really hate, I get why, but I hate that the pickaxe is the same damage as the knife.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because it's like the pickaxe is nice to have to get ore, but good luck using it as an actual melee weapon.
Well, the thing is, I don't really get much use of melee weapons, though, compared to, honestly, using the harpoon gun, even. The only problem with the harpoon gun is you have to be at a certain range, and the opponent can't be they can't be vertical. They have to basically be horizontal to you.
Right. I mean, they could be a little bit angled, but they can't be directly above or below you.
Like, they have to be within a 20-degree angle of a horizontal line.
Right.
So, like, if they're like sharp diagonal above you, you can't get them. You have to swim away and make a final shot. So, like, with the harpoon and with the triple axle, I found myself kind of playing Punch Out, do one big dodge, then go for the hit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the moment in this game that really had me be like, oh, okay, maybe there's going to be something a little more to what's going on. There's a moment where there's like a cutscene that happens, and I don't remember exactly what's going on. It might have been one of the pirates or something that was, we'll get into that, the pirates and old Duke Nukem of the Sea in a minute. But
Sea Blue, John Watson. There's
that moment where you're sitting there as a diver and you kind of swim off and the screen stays there and the background just opens its eye and swims away. I was like, oh, shit.
Yes. This is the first boss, too.
Yeah, that's a big-ass squid.
Oh, spoilers. There's bosses in this game.
For a moment, I thought that I was like, is this going to be a horror game? Didn't we already do fishing game that's also a horror game?
Funny story about that. Crossover.
Yeah, that's in this game, too.
Yeah, I can't wait to get to that. The crossover with Dredge. I'm like...
Okay, I lied earlier. I said I looked up one thing, which was the seaweed. I actually looked up 2 things, which is when can you start accessing the DLC? And apparently it is in Chapter 5.
No.
Hold on. My internet broke up for a minute. Can you guys hear me again?
I can hear you again now, yeah.
Yeah, you're back.
You went... I looked up 2...
Okay. Oh, that's why you guys were making that hand gesture. Okay, I see. Yeah. Okay. So I actually looked up 2 things. I looked up when you can get seaweed and when you can enter into the DLC, specifically the Dredge DLC. And Dalton, it turns out you should be entering it any minute now.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Basically, you'll see a fog roll in, and that's how you'll know you're beginning the Dredge DLC. I think they said there's a specific... Do you mind a spoiler? Because it's not that much of a spoiler. It's just another mechanic the game's going to bring in.
No.
Apparently... The exact trigger for it is whenever you can start farming chickens.
Okay.
All right. I just started being able to do vegetables, so...
Yeah, I got vegetables pretty recently, too. Like, the rapper guy is looking for veggie sushi, but I haven't served it yet.
And I've been waiting for Ichiban to show up, too.
I started on something earlier and I meant to finish that. Let me just get that out of the way. The star system for catching fish. It's one if you kill it with your melee, or if you kill it with a gun, or you kill it with a harpoon in such a way that you don't actually catch it and you have to pull it up. You get 2 stars, so you get more of the meat if you catch it with a harpoon shot, like catch it live with a harpoon, and you get 3 if you can bring it up basically unharmed, like if you make it fall asleep, if you can bring it up in a net, something like that. So the thing is, you also have a system called Marika, which is like a Pokédex system, actually to the point where your character almost literally says Pokédex and the other guy cuts you off, like, don't get sued.
Yeah. They make a little joke about that.
Well, they make a few jokes about it because the guy you talk to is he's obviously an Ash Ketchum Caracatcher, and his name is even Sato, which is based on Satoshi, which is the name Ash uses in the Japanese.
He's wearing a red hat and a blue jacket. Mm-hmm. He's just like in his 50s and overweight.
Yep.
I didn't put that together till just now. Yeah, you're totally right. He is totally dressed like Ash. When that mechanic came in, I was like, God damn it, they gave me something to collect.
That's been one of my main goals. Like, even though I don't know you get anything for it, I've been trying to get all the 3 stars in the shallows. Like, that's why I'm starting in the shallows instead of starting at the sea village, just because I want to pick up 1 or 2 more fish from up there. And now I have, I think, every fish from the shallows that you can catch without a net. I think I still need a net to get a couple of the other ones.
Yeah, you don't have the net yet?
I do have the net. I only have 1 drone use per mission, and the snare doesn't always spawn in the shop. So
I did that tutorial on the net for catching the tuna. Mm-hmm. I was never able to do it again.
Did you ever get another snare?
I don't know.
So I don't know if you can actually get them from boxes in the ocean. I think you just have to buy them off of Cobra.
But I never see them available. There's always a bomb or something, but they're never the
Look at it closely, because it looks like a bomb, but it costs $85, and it's actually a snare. It'll say if you read the description. But it looks like the
But it's
bomb.
supposed to be in... It takes an inventory slot.
Yes.
Okay. Because after that mission, when the tuna party came along, I ended up just... I didn't catch him with a net. I ended up like
spearing them and
hitting with the harpoon. I just smacked him with the harpoon. The problem is I would smack them, they would hit me, and we would just go back and forth, and then my oxygen would get low, and then I'd find an oxygen tank, and then I'd go back and finish the job. I mean, I was able to get enough tuna for that party, but I felt the whole time that I was doing that there probably was a better way that I just missed because I sped past that tutorial.
Yeah, so the thing it was trying to teach you is basically, I don't think you can get it any other way than Cobra's shop unless there's something I'm missing too. But there's an item in his shop that costs like 85 gold that is specifically a snare. It looks like a bomb, but if you read the description, it's the snare. It'll say something like you can catch 2 fish with it. But
is it always in the shop or does it rotate?
It rotates, but I feel like it's there more days than it isn't.
Okay.
I gotta find out how to unlock drones because I've never seen tuna.
You haven't. Okay. Have you done any of the photographer guy's story?
Yeah, a ton.
Okay, so
because I have the net to catch the little creatures and everything too, but like
you have the net gun, but you don't have the net that you can ensnare a tuna or a shark with.
No, but I have a net, like a little hand net that I can catch like shrimp
bug net,
and little things with. Yeah, but no, I don't have. I've been wondering how the fuck the net sharks. I'm like, what? You just never get 3 stars with those? What the hell? No, I have not done a drone quest.
Yeah, there is a mechanic that you get a basically a snare trap that shoots a net around things, and then you can buy the snare trap at Cobra's place. Then drone becomes an upgradable item, like your capacity, like your air tank and all that. You can upgrade the number of times you can use the drone per.
I mean, it's expensive.
Very expensive, yes. It's like 6,500 just to get it to where you can use the drone more than once per dive.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah. And I took probably up until maybe a couple days ago where I realized I could sell stuff. And there was stuff in my inventory that says sells for a decent price or doesn't sell for very much. Mm-hmm. I honestly didn't even know Cobra had a shop for like a good chunk of my playing this game.
Yeah, Cobra's shop is pretty helpful though, because like you guys said, you can start off with a scooter, or you could start off with a half oxygen tank.
Yeah,
I like the basket too. Like sometimes he'll spawn a basket that just gives you an extra 10 kilograms of storage, and the cool thing about that storage is you let it go during the mission. So if you died, but you did the storage thing, whatever you put in that 10 kilogram box, you also get to keep in addition to the one item you get to keep. Because if you do have to be rescued from a dive that you run out of oxygen in, and oxygen's also your health meter, you can only take one thing back to the surface. You have to pick one out of everything you've caught.
Does that also count the escape pod? Because I haven't yet to use the escape pod.
The escape pod is just straight up equal to going back to the surface. Escape pod is just a clean escape.
God. Oh my god. How many times I've swam back to the surface because I didn't know that.
No, escape pod, and you get a cute little animation of Dave decompressing. You get to see a little nitrogen meter
He's
go down.
Reading a magazine,
Sometimes he's reading a magazine, sometimes he's just kind of taking some breaths. It's nice.
Yeah, Willie's going to laugh at me for making another pun, but this game is surprisingly deep.
No, we actually made the same pun in a private chat earlier, so,
I needed to make it official.
Yeah.
And speaking of we're talking about mini games and things like that, this game has a lot of things that I just wouldn't have expected. Like, I did where I was driving a boat running away from pirates.
Oh yeah, that I was really happy with that. There's that one mission where you're playing as Dr. Bacon, and I didn't expect to change characters except for the beginning of chapter 3 also.
Duff you play
sequence.
as
Duff the Weapon Master.
What's her name? The food person.
Wait, what?
You play as the health inspector in the flashback.
Oh, there is that too. Yeah, it was a dialogue tree, but yeah.
I know what Willie's talking about the dream you have where the guy goes to sleep and dreams about his doll that you go save.
Yeah.
His anime doll. And yes. You have a dream and it's basically like Haruka's thing in Yakuza.
Yes.
But you're playing as him and you have neon sticks and you have to like raise them and do things with them at the time and
yeah, that was fun. And I'm imagining that if we do end up getting karaoke in the Ichiban DLC, that it's going to be similar to that mechanic.
Yeah, that's what I would assume too. There's another mission later on. I don't know. Mikhailov, I know you haven't gotten to it yet. Willie, you may have. There is a giant ancient creature chasing you. That's all I'll say.
No, I haven't seen that.
It's almost like Choplifter. So you're having to swim and you're having to go up and down to avoid these icicles that are growing. And
I think I know where that's going to be, but I haven't got there yet. I'm probably very close to it.
It overstays its welcome in my opinion because you have to do it for like 3 or 4 screens. I fucking get it. Like,
see, I thought that Dr. Bacon's boat chase actually lasted the perfect amount of time because just when I was like, okay, how am I going to slow these pirates down? It happens.
I agree with that spot, but yeah, this one particular, but that whole section with like suddenly this game's throwing puzzles at me and shit.
Yeah.
Like, how many things are you going to put in this little diving game?
Dude, the one that, I didn't expect it to have chocobo racing.
Oh my god, the seahorses.
I'm up to, I haven't
seahorse racing.
I haven't finished an S-class mission yet, but I'm trying to find more. I think white seahorses are probably the best one I have so far, but even a fully rested white seahorse wasn't able to win an S-class race. So I'm going to have to find some more horses because I don't think you can train them. So I'm hoping there's horses when you get into the ancient area that might be better.
I know I've found a couple. I think they're level 6.
6 is the highest
rating or something like that.
White seahorse was level 6, and that's the only 6 I found. Everything else is 4 or below so far.
There's one other one that I found that was 6, maybe like striped.
Okay.
Maybe that was what it was. I don't know. There's one other one that I found
highly
that was
disappointed that hedgehog seahorses aren't very fast.
You would think that would be the fast one, right? But they might be basing it on.
It's such an obvious joke, right?
It might be some sort of real statistic.
That would have been cool, especially if they made him blue or something.
Yeah, but no, the hedgehog seahorse kind of sucks.
I mean, hedgehogs in real life are not that fast.
Yeah, that's true.
Plumbers
are also not known to double jump, so
all of the sea people just call Dave fat in one way or another.
They do.
Whoa, I thought you were a manatee.
They do. Yeah,
thanks.
You don't look much like the humans I've seen.
And he gets an angry face every time. You don't look like a regular human.
You know, your name in our language sounds like broken toilet seat.
Yep.
Oh man, yeah, it's a fun game. It's a fun game. There's a lot more to it than I was expecting.
Yeah.
And the thing is, I'm at about the halfway point in the game right now, and I still feel like it's going to be doing more stuff that I don't expect. So
yeah, I'm in chapter 6 of 7, and y'all were talking about mechanics I haven't seen. So this,
yeah, you know, the more we talk about it, the more it does seem like a Yakuza game.
Yeah, there's just
because I'm pretty sure in all the Yakuza games I played for the show, we've all had different experiences, and none of us experienced the same mini games or the same thing.
Yeah, like how
twice.
I was the only one that did baseball and Nathan didn't even run into the baseball field, or like how you were the only one that did spearfishing.
Yeah. Exactly. Like, the more we talk, the more I'm like, you know what? This is kind of like a Yakuza game.
Because I guarantee I'm the only one right now that's collecting seahorses with the intent of winning the seahorse races.
I just did the first seahorse race, so it's going to be a bit before I do that content.
I just remembered. Okay, so another mini game that I want to talk about. This is why I was asking about Balatro earlier.
Oh, yeah.
So in the sea people place, I go there, and all of them are just standing around playing cards. You're like, what the fuck? And it leads you to go back to the casino to go talk to the guy who runs the casino. He's like, yeah, it's this new card game I came up with. Check it out. And the screen goes, and this thing comes up that just reminds me of fucking Balatro. And it's like you have to earn 300 points, and you get points based on your hand. And it multiplies by the, it gives you like, so say you got a 2-pair. So it's going to be like a times 2 over here. And then it adds up the points, and then boom, and then it puts it towards the total. And you have like 3 or 4 hands to get the score that you need.
Oh, that is Balatro. It's an official crossover.
That is exactly what that is. I was about to say, that's the Balatro crossover DLC, right?
No, I didn't know there was a Balatro crossover DLC. Okay. Bro, I'm sitting here thinking like, did that game blow up and it was literally them ripping off a mechanic from Dave the Diver just randomly?
No, it's actually a collaboration.
Okay, that makes so much more fucking sense. Thank you for telling me that. Because I've been like, why does this have a card game that reminds me so much of fucking Balatro?
Because it is.
Because it is Balatro. Okay, that makes a lot more sense. Yeah. Okay, well, I've discovered that DLC then, where they're just like, now there's people to challenge, and I lost to a guy and he called me a noob. He basically told me, come back when you get better, noob. And I'm like, oh, man.
I love that there are 4 DLCs to this game, and you would never have guessed what they are if you just had to pick 4 DLC crossovers for a fishing game. Because it's Dredge, obviously, which we hinted at earlier, Yakuza Like a Dragon, Balatro, and Godzilla. Like,
there's a Godzilla
DLC. Yeah, all 4 DLCs are crossovers.
Yeah.
And they're all free.
Yeah.
There's a Godzilla one. Oh, my God.
Actually, no.
Yakuza isn't
That's
free.
a lie.
Yakuza isn't free.
The Yakuza one's like $6.
Also, get the Godzilla one and the Yakuza one while you can, because those are limited time. So if you get...
I was just going to say that.
Well, let me go.
Those are going to disappear in October, I think, next month. So, listeners, if you're interested in this game, do it now.
I'm glad you said that. I don't have the Dredge pack I don't have any of the free ones. Okay, so let me go grab those real quick.
You should install those. That's also why I was asking about the DLC when we first started, but then it turns out the DLC doesn't begin until like chapter 5 or whatever anyway, so I wouldn't be surprised if you end up spawning right into Dredge like once you install them.
All right, I have added both of the Godzilla and Dredge to my library. I don't see a Balatro one though, which is
Balatro was a automatic update. It was just added.
That was part of a regular update, yeah.
Okay, I got
There's also another game that was added.
I'm going into Steam myself and making sure that I have them all. I think I do.
Word. Well, I'm really glad that y'all said that, because I'm sitting here thinking like, I mean, I'm almost done with the game. I'd love to see some of the DLC. But also, I feel like it's like I don't have to rush. I've stopped doing a lot of story stuff and just been doing a lot of side stuff now, because I don't feel like I need to rush to the end. So
yeah,
I'm at the point in it like I am with Yakuza games.
Exactly. You reach this point where you kind of just decide, okay, this run I want to do some exploration. This run I want to specifically try to improve my fish. This run I'm trying to get like fish for the breeding fish section, because there is also a breeding thing where if you catch, so many fish, like 2 fish live of the same kind, you can basically spawn them, and then you don't have to catch that fish again. You can just bring them in from your fish thing.
I've only got like 3 or 4 of those open, but I upgraded them all.
I need to get around to that. I've kind of left it fallow for a while.
Yeah. God, there's a lot to this game. I'm sure there's things that we haven't touched on. Is there anything else that we wanted to bring up?
I just really like the cast of characters. We mentioned a few of them. Like Duff is this anime otaku who's also the guy that creates all the weapons. We talked about Bancho, the chef, the guy that runs the restaurant. There's Cobra's the guy on the boat that basically is like your longtime acquaintance. Is the guy that got you kind of into all this in the first place. There's Yoshie, who is the basically personnel manager.
The lady? Yeah.
Yeah. There's a Greenpeace type organization that's trying to stop you from doing whatever it is.
That guy.
John Watson and Sea Blue.
I've had to fight him a couple times. He's a fucking idiot.
Yeah, he is a big dummy.
Like, I do like the shtick, though, that he's like yelling at you for destroying the ocean, and then he fires a grenade at you and blows something up and then blames it on you.
He's pretty good for like a bozo villain, you know?
Yeah.
Kind of in that Gaston role.
Gaston. No one does push-ups like Gaston.
Like Bulk and Skull from Power Rangers.
Yeah.
That's another good one, yeah. But yeah, man, you want to do some ratings?
I'm ready to do some ratings.
Yeah, I don't see why not.
All right. Well, Mikhailov, you picked it, man, so I'll let you start us off.
I mean, I'm just thrilled that you guys like this game. And I want to hear more what your ratings are than what my rating is. So I'm just going to close it in at, now I need to think of a funny rating. 9 Daves out of 10 Bonchos.
All right. 9. So, Willie, what about you?
I mean, I'm really enjoying it. Again, this is one of those things where it's like, if I had finished the game, I could give it a complete score. So basically what I'm saying is the ceiling is above the number I'm going to give it now, but it seems to be on track for about, I would say, let's for now give it 8.5 spotted rays out of 10 manta rays.
All right. Yeah.
It's very good, very recommended. Gameplay loop is fun. It doesn't take itself too seriously. There's a lot of good jokes in it. The presentation is nice. I don't really have that much negative to say about it. So, you know.
I did, in my playthrough, encounter a few bugs. Like one where my controller would just stop working.
And when I looked into that, I saw that people had a similar issue on PlayStation also. So this might be a known bug that's hard to reproduce. So...
Yeah, so it's one of those things. And then another one was if I would put if it was a fish that I had to harvest, like I couldn't hit it with my net gun because it was too big. So like the big trevally, sharks, things like that. If I put them to sleep and then went over and tried to use the X button to harvest them, Dave would just look at me and shrug, and then he would just sit there, and none of my inputs on my keyboard or my controller or anything would work anymore. It was really, really strange.
Yeah, that was strange. It sounds like it was just unique to you, too.
Yeah, and that's just, it happens with PC games. There's just random quirks to them sometimes. But other than that, game ran really smoothly. I had a lot of fun with it. It's incredibly funny. Like, I hooted a couple of times, even hollered maybe. And good time. I will probably end up playing it again tonight and going through and playing it a little more before I set sail onto our next game. But I think I'm going to give this, and this is pre-DLC, other than Balatro. Goddamn, that's still... You just don't understand how baffled I was by that. I'm so glad that y'all cleared that up. Like, goddamn. Okay, I'm going to give it 8. Let's see. 8 glowing balls out of 10 semen. It was great. It's a good game, dude.
You're just rocking that semen joke.
Good pick. I mean, everybody loves semen. We're all here because of semen. I mean, they ship things across the way. Like, they bring us products, they're having to deal with the tariffs.
Oh, this whole time I thought we were talking about the Dreamcast game.
Semen. You visited a lot. Are you stalking me? Have you tried going outside? You sure do play this game a long time. A weird fucking game that was.
Indeed.
Old Leonard Nimoy.
Yo.
Let's.
Man,
let's
I do apologize
questions.
for all the damn engine noises. I don't know why people are screaming down my road tonight.
Oh, that's all right. My wife decided that now is the time that she needs to print stuff. So.
Well, lucky for both of you, noise reductions works pretty well.
I didn't see any wavelengths, thankfully. So,
would you like to do questions, or do we want to talk about the next game and then get into questions? Or Mikhailov, do you want to do your thing? You want to hold it off? We're at almost 2 hours. It's up to you.
My Mountain Dew still. Oh, I still have Mountain Dew left. I'm down for whatever.
Okay, let's run through questions. Then we'll do your thing. We'll talk about the next game, and we'll get on out of here. So
sounds good.
As far as questions go, I do want to throw this out there. I love you all. I love you all for putting in questions and asking us stuff. But visual medium questions are very hard to do. So, like, word questions, totally fine. But if you send, like, a meme that's a picture that we have to look at and answer a question about, like, if I can't explain what that is relatively quickly, I just don't think that makes for good airtime. So I'll probably skip those or just answer them in the question chat because they're a good time. Don't get me wrong. Like, I enjoy them, but answering them in an audio medium is very difficult for me.
Yeah. That
being said, we got a few questions here. The first one coming in from Adam. What is the best spin-off game for a popular series? And he is not allowing me to count Persona.
As a spin-off of Shin Megami Tensei.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that's fair. A spin-off game.
What's Dalton say, Devil Summoner? He's like, you didn't say it couldn't be any Shin Megami Tensei. You just said it couldn't be Persona.
I mean, I'm not allowed to say Pal World is a Pokemon spin-off.
It is not a spin-off.
So
it is a
work.
derivative property.
Yeah, it's a completely different game also. We're not going to go down that rabbit hole. But I guess I'll pick something Pokemon.
God, Pokemon
I really
has a
enjoyed
lot
Pokemon
of choices.
I really enjoyed Pokemon Snap for the N64.
Snap is a good choice.
Still one of my favorites to this day.
Did you ever play the Switch one? Was it any good?
I got the Switch one. I don't know why I can't get into it as easily as I could the N64 one. It's literally the exact same game, just newer with better graphics.
Yeah, it could just be the nostalgia for the old one.
Could be. But I do still have it. And I am going to play a little bit of it for a video that I'm working on, so maybe I'll fall back in love with it again.
All right, so Pokemon Snap. Willie, what about you, bud?
I was still thinking.
Oh, okay.
It's a pretty good question. I didn't put any thought into it before we went in because I just saw the note and was like, oh, that's fun. And then I forgot I would have to answer it.
Yeah, I really probably should have put more thought into the spin-off games because, like, the one that comes to mind I know is good, but I haven't played it, and I feel like that doesn't count.
Yeah, we can't just say Final Fantasy Tactics and just wash our hands of it.
Well, I was actually gonna say Judgment.
Oh yeah, we'll get there. You did play Ishin. How was that?
I played Ishin for like 30 minutes and then had to return it because I realized I didn't have enough money to buy Ishin.
Right.
So I gave it back.
That's the Yakuza game where they're all in like feudal Japan.
Yes.
It's like their ancestors or something.
Yeah.
No.
Well, it's like the actors in the Yakuza game are playing characters that are different characters that are back in time.
Yeah. Something like that.
It looks like Kiryu, but it's not them. Kiryu.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like they're in a movie.
Yeah.
Or they're like acting in a movie, basically.
It's a digital actor thing if you think of it that way, you know.
Yeah, like a dream sequence type of thing. There have been shows that have done that before.
Yeah.
Spin-offs, man, because
there aren't a lot of them.
I mean, there kind of are though, because if you think about it, like how many spin-off series does Mario have, for instance?
I mean, that's true.
Because there's, for one thing, there's the Yoshi games, there's Mario
there's
RPG,
Dr. Mario.
Paper Mario, Dr. Mario, all the sports games.
That's true. Those are all spin-offs. Dalton, I will allow you to say that Everybody's Golf Hot Shots is a spin-off of Tiger Woods.
Oh man, but
is it by the same people?
No, it's not.
No, it's not a spin-off.
No, that's not.
A spiritual.
It's a spin-off of a real golf game. I don't know. I'm reaching.
That's so much of a reach that it's not. That's a Dalsim type of reach, man.
Okay,
I'll say it's pretty high up there.
I think just for the sake of this is technically a spin-off and it works. And Adam actually asked me about this game in a DM recently. Cyber Dimension Neptunia 4 Goddesses Online.
Oh, okay, that's a cool pick.
It's a spin-off to the Neptunia series. You can always tell because like the mainline series are always Hyper Dimension Neptunia.
Oh, right. The one we played was Mega Dimension.
And Mega Dimension, that is a mainline game, but there's reasons in the story for it. But like Cyber Dimension's a spin-off. There's Hyper Devotion. That's a spin-off. There's a bunch of them. So then, Willie, what about you? I know you're probably still thinking, but... Yeah,
I'm just going to say something, because otherwise I'll sit here and think about it forever. How about Capcom vs. SNK 2 as a spin-off of both the King of Fighter series and the Street Fighter 3 games?
I'll allow it.
Okay, I'll allow it.
I will say, just because I know Willie loves this game, Jeff's answer for this in the chat was Descent Free Space.
The thing is,
that's a spinoff?
That's the thing is, I consider Free Space to be so, even though they titled it Descent Free Space, it has so little in common with Descent in the first place that I think of it as its own, like, property, and that's why Descent's name doesn't appear in the sequel.
All right, let's see. What's the next question?
Did you give an answer, Dalton?
Yes.
He did.
Cyber Dimension Neptunia.
Oh, that's right. I was going to say, I'm kind of surprised you didn't go with, like, Tekken Tag Tournament or something.
Oh, fuck, that's
Isn't there a Neptunia shmup?
Yeah.
That's actually called Top Nep. That's, like, basically kind of based on Top Gun for the NES.
I think it's called Top Nep. I know there's also one called Nep Shooter, but that's a... That's a side-scrolling shooter.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I don't see Top Nep. There's Dimension Trip. Oh, yeah, Dimension Tripper Neptune Top Nep. And it plays like Afterburner. No, not Afterburner. The game you said.
Top Gun.
No, because like you play as like a flying person. Like you're her holding a gun.
Oh, Space Harrier.
Around shooting. Space Harrier. Yeah, that's kind of what it's like.
Afterburner would have been another acceptable choice.
Yeah, Afterburner's pretty similar to Space Harrier.
Yeah.
Space Harrier's probably closer because you're a people instead of a plane.
And I think that game is adult nep too.
Is it?
I think you play as adult nep in that game. Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry, my brain heard Dalton Nep, and I was like, "Are you making a joke on my name or what?"
I mean, I'm not, but that's kind of funny.
Let's see. Okay, our next question is: are Pokemon conscious when they're inside their Pokeballs?
Yeah, that's been proven, like by both the manga and the games and the anime.
Yeah, the way I always saw it, even before I'd known, I always imagined it was kind of like I Dream of Jeannie and the bottle, where inside the bottle she has kind of like a luxury apartment and she can kind of pay attention to what's going on in the outside.
See, in the manga, they actually will do like a transparency and they'll show the Pokemon in there, and the ball is just big enough to hold the Pokemon. There's not much room in there.
Yeah, I like to kind of think they kind of almost digitize them, but that's silly. That would be sensible for Digimon.
That's not that silly considering you store them in a PC.
Oh yeah, come to think of it.
But then also, like, do we really want to go down this rabbit hole? Because if you go to Legends Arceus, it's they're steam-powered Pokeballs.
That's right.
So
I forgot
maybe
about
that means you could upload them to a boiler.
I mean, they don't have computers. Like, instead of the PC, there's a pasture, which is basically just like a farm where you keep all your Pokemon. And you actually walk by it in the town, and you could see all your Pokemon that are in storage, like, walking around the pasture.
That's kind of neat.
Yeah, it's pretty cute.
Yeah.
It's like an upgraded version of the place you could go put 2 Pokemon to fuck in the old games.
Pretty much,
like,
yeah, because even in Pokemon Gold, you could see the 2 Pokemon hanging out in the farm area.
And by 2 Pokemon hanging out, you mean basically Kangaskhan sprites, since it felt like everyone had a Kangaskhan looking sprite.
They changed that in Game Boy Advance era.
Yeah, but I'm thinking of
finally
like
Game
Gen
Boy
1
Advance era where everybody had their own like sprite, like overworld sprite.
I just remember having a poor Ditto that gave birth so many times.
It is a Ditto. It could stretch out. You'll be fine.
The elasticity of our Ditto. Our next question comes in from Adam. What's a spooky game that you really want to play but won't be featuring in this year's Halloween episodes?
Yeah, I have an easy answer for that. Before Dalton picked... Oh, man, I don't want to give away what you picked.
Before I picked Redacted.
A game... No, I can't say it because it gives too much away. Shit, I'll have to come up with another one.
I gotta abstain from the question because I don't really play spooky games all that much.
Don't play spooky games.
I'm not chicken.
I'd love to do another Higurashi game. I think that would be fun. But it's not slotted for this year.
Kind of similarly, I would like to play another of those kind of like observation type games, because now there are a lot of like knockoffs of Observation Duty, and some of them are better than the originals. Like there's one called Exit 8 that was pretty big on YouTube last year.
I think I have that. Let me check.
Yeah, Exit 8 looked pretty cool, for instance.
Where you're just walking down the fucking subway thing.
Yeah, and if you see something that doesn't match up, then you turn around. Otherwise, you keep going forward, and your goal is to get 8 of them right in a row. And anytime you get one wrong, you get sent back to the first exit, basically.
To the hell from which you came.
Honestly, I would like to play a Higurashi game that actually has you being able to walk around the scenery, more like a Telltale game.
Yeah, so what you want is it to be a game and not a novel.
Right, that's pretty much exactly what I want. That said, if you're willing to consider the Life is Strange series spooky, then I would play those.
I've considered that for the mainline show before. I just haven't pulled the trigger on that.
Or the Walking Dead Telltale series I would play too.
Oh, that's an interesting pick, yeah.
So, off the top of my head, there was one that I fucking had earlier, and I'm like, oh, that's my answer. Can't remember what it was. So I have another one. This is spooky, but this is more in lines of my type of Halloween. Typo negative. She's in love with the soul. She likes the dark. And that would be Alice Madness Returns.
I had that game.
For like that's a very
Mac back in the day or something. I think I had it on like an old Mac.
You probably had the original American McGee's Alice.
I did. Yeah. It wasn't Returns.
Yeah. So this is like the sequel or follow to that.
Yeah. they just seem so cool. It's like, oh, what if we made a 3D platformer in the Quake engine?
Also, you gotta give American McGee credit for basically making himself look like a rock star for that, because literally the only other game he's known for is doing a few maps for Doom.
And he also did American McGee's American Nightmare, I think, too, or something like that.
Something like that, but I don't remember that one actually being any kind of hit. I think Alice was the breakout game he had.
Yeah.
And to be fair, Alice was very influential. Like, I have actually played Doom WADs that were very inspired by, like, the checkerboard aesthetic he used in that, like, kind of the warped dimensionality of it, the whole gothic vibe.
Yeah, I'm going to quickly browse through my horror section in my Steam here, because I know there's a few more that I would like to give a shout out, because I know eventually we're going to do another Doki Doki episode.
Right.
That's still one of our most popular episodes on YouTube.
I think at this point we might want to consider that one for not even a spooky season one, but just when we can get Nate involved, because we want to have him on for that, because he didn't get to play it the first time through.
Yeah,
like he might be the only person I know in the world that doesn't kind of know what happens in that game. I mean, he has an idea at this point, but I thought I had an idea too until I actually went through it.
Wait, what are we talking about?
Doki Doki Literature Club.
Doki Doki Panic. It was Super Mario Brothers 2 in Japan.
That's Doki Doki Panic.
I know.
That's what he said.
Sorry, I got all sleepy zony for a second.
Hey, it happens. We've been recording for actually not that long. We were doing pretty good on this one, fellas. I think we're making great time.
209, according to my thing.
Yeah, mine's at about 203 because I had to chop mine in two because I had the fuck up earlier with my recording.
Right.
So the ones that jump out at me, and these aren't the ones I was thinking of earlier, I can't remember, but Subnautica would be fun. That's definitely got a horror element to it.
And again, Subnautica is one of the ones I think that we could do year-round, too, because it is kind of a mainstream popular game.
Yeah, I agree with that. Another one would be like the Hex. Or...
Isn't the Hex by
Pony
the Pony
Island?
Yeah.
Like those yeah.
Pony Island, Inscription, and the Hex, I think, is all by the same dude.
Darkest Dungeon would be cool. And then...
That's also another one that we could play anytime, though, because, I mean, yeah.
What about Halls of Torment or Vampire Survivors?
I feel like we might have missed the boat on Vampire Survivors at this point. Wait, what are you thinking, Dalton? Dalton just made the exact...
I love you. The game...
What did I do?
The game that I couldn't remember was Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines. I want to redo that.
Oh, okay. I'm not an idiot. I helped.
Oh, yeah. You said Vampire. My brain went ding.
There you go.
Yeah. That's what I was thinking of.
That's the second time that happened today.
The other one is specifically because it seems like a game that is up Willie's alley. Okay. And as much as how much you liked Faith, the horror of Salazar House.
Okay, I'm not actually familiar with that one at all.
So, okay, I will send in the little show chat. I'm going to post a link to it. Just give it a quick glance.
Okay, give me one moment. I'll be right ready for that.
Yeah, no worries. And while he's doing that, I'll give the listeners a little description of it. The Horror of Salazar House is a gothic Italian horror game inspired haunted house game with Virtual Boy style graphics and rotoscoped cutscenes.
Virtual Boy style graphics.
Yeah, it's
all red and black.
It's a lot of reds.
Lots of reds and blacks.
It's the debut game from a Chilean developer.
Huh.
Ignacio Maldonado.
It'd be funny if he actually made a a Virtual Boy cart of his own game. That
would be sweet. That's like, I think the guys that did Faith made a Commodore version, but I could be wrong.
Huh.
Okay, I'm looking into this right now, Horror of Salazar House, because what I heard you say when I was up was Virtual Boy-inspired graphics, rotoscoped cutscenes, and that it's made by debuting South American developer, I think he said Chilean, and all of that is very much... Okay, yeah, I'm looking at the trailer now, and it's very cool looking. Oh, wow, it even like kind of pulsates in that same nasty way as a lot of the cutscenes in Faith do.
Yeah. I have the body of a pig.
Yes. Why do I feel like
that game was fucking creepy?
Yeah, it was.
But yeah, that game looks cool, and I think it's $3.99.
Yeah,
right now. I don't know if that's the sale price or if that's just its price, but
that appears to be the full-time price.
So yeah, $4. So yeah, that's something that one Halloween spooky time. I'll throw that out there.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm definitely on board. That, as you said, that does sound extremely like my shit.
And the only other question that we had was, where is it? Oh, Dane, not a question, but I hope you guys played the Team Retrogue exclusive Dave the Diver DLC.
Oh, yeah. Somebody...
It was Dane, wasn't it?
Did that. Was it Dane who did it?
I think it was Dane.
Was it Dane who did it, who made like a he like hacked a Steam page, or he like went in and edited the source to like put my name in the DLC to make it look like it was on the Steam store.
Yeah.
I gotta go find that.
And then did he put a picture of me in it?
I think he either made it look like you, or just because it already looked like you, that he did that. It was one of the two.
Oh, I know what he did. He took that picture that somebody made where they photoshopped my face on Dave the Diver's body.
Right.
Oh, Dane. Well played, sir.
All right.
It's kind of hard to find it because if I search for your name, I get everything you've sent.
Oh.
Did either of you notice what I named the recording session?
I did see that.
I didn't actually see that. I kind of went straight to
I did see that.
Dave the Diverticulitis.
I was amused.
You're horrid.
I chose to ignore it, but it was amusing.
You're the worst.
I want you to be whelmed. I don't want you to be overwhelmed. I don't want you to be underwhelmed. I would like you to be whelmed.
I'm thoroughly, moderately and medium whelmed. Immediately, if you will.
All I know is that my heart says maybe.
Tell my wife I said hello.
My body's saying, all right.
Thank you for getting that reference, Willie.
Yeah. Dude, Futurama just hits different, man. That show is very funny.
It does. It does. Ended when it should have.
Mick,
and started up again when it shouldn't have.
Yeah, but we have the memories, and even then, a couple of the comeback movies weren't too bad, so I'll give them credit.
The comeback movies were fine. I'm talking about like the 2025. I haven't even looked at it yet.
Sure, no, forget about that. But I don't know. I feel like wasn't the one with Gary Gygax one of the comeback ones, like one of the movies? And I thought that one was pretty funny.
Gary Gygax wasn't in it, but it was Dungeons and Dragons.
No, there was a Gary Gygax character in it because there was a joke where he runs to the party and he says, "Hello, rolls the dice. It comes up a high number. Pleased to meet you."
Yeah, that was an episode.
Oh, was it? Well, shit.
That was an older episode where Fry ends
I'm confusing that with a movie that was based on the D&D type thing. Okay. Oh, right, because that was the one where Bender called himself Titania Banglesmith or something like that. The fancy lad of Aberdeen or something. I don't know. I remember Dingo made a Warforged based on that character in a D&D game once.
Of course he did.
I think that...
of course he did.
Yep.
I think it's Matt Groening that does that, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think he just had a lot of fun doing that fantasy show that he did there for a little bit, and then was like, yeah, I'm going to do a Futurama D&D thing now.
Yeah. Man, I never actually watched that. Yeah.
Fantasy show, yeah.
I don't remember the name, but when I was dating Savannah, she fucking loved that show. So
I think I know, but I'm not going to say it out loud until I'm so sure.
It's Tangled Fate or something like that.
I thought it was called Disentangled.
Yeah, that's it.
Disenchanted?
Disenchanted. I think you're right, actually.
Yeah, Disenchanted.
Well, no, Disenchanted is the Disney thing.
Oh.
You know what? I'm going to look it up. Matt Groening fantasy show. It was Disenchantment. Not Disenchanted, but Disenchantment.
I was close.
Yeah, you are close.
I was like 95% there.
You were so close that you came up with another title that was also really good and got used by a popular Disney live-action product.
It is a really funny show, and there will be a moment where you will meet a character in it, and you will look at whoever's sitting next to you and go, just like I did, that's fucking Bender. Because it's the same dude. And he tells someone, bite my shiny metal axe.
Oh, that's good.
He's holding an axe.
That's fun. I like that.
I like that.
God, speaking of Bender, man, can you even listen to Final Fantasy X anymore without hearing, like, Waka as Bender or Jake the dog doing a stupid Caribbean accent?
Well, now
is Waka the same voice actor?
Yeah, Waka and Kamari were both played by John DiMaggio.
No shit. I didn't know that.
Didn't know that either.
You didn't notice that it sounds like Bender doing a stupid accent?
No.
I never played 10.
Okay. He also he played a pretty good Joker in an animated movie, Under the Red Hood.
Okay.
Show's over. What? You've never played Final Fantasy X?
I've never played 10, no.
I wish I could literally extend my leg all the way to Connecticut so I could kick you in the dick. You've never played Final Fantasy
for the
X.
show?
Yeah, Dalton was just making frantic arm signals like he was a wrestling referee trying to say, this guy's really injured.
It's like, I was over here just like, what? Like, you've never... Dude, 10's so good. 10 is one of the best Final Fantasies, in my opinion.
I would say that if you enjoyed the PlayStation ones at all, you should play 10 because it is a lot of fun.
Yeah, it's the last...
I played 7, 8, and 9.
If you like any of those, you probably like 10.
10 is the last
I'm sure I would
turn-based
love
one.
10. Yeah, I'm sure I would love 10. I just haven't gotten around to it yet.
I really like the combat system in it because it was kind of like it was actually the way the characters move in order in that game is pretty much exactly the same as they do in the Trails to the Sky games. Yeah. Like, there's a bar that gives you, like, a preview of when characters will come up. If you do certain moves, it'll make them move faster or slower, so you can see what that effect will have before you select it. Like, it's really well designed. Okay.
Now,
but it also gives you the ability to swap characters out on the fly, too, which is kind of neat.
I can't speak for 10-2. I've only played, like, a little bit of 10-2.
I remember 10-2 being even more fun in combat, but having a much dizzier storyline. Like, it's a lot of fun, but it doesn't make a ton of sense.
Yeah, but it has Pain.
It does have Pain, Pain is set up to replace both Lulu and Oron at the same time, and I think she pulls it off.
Yeah, she's like Rhea Ripley.
Yeah, I can see that.
The other two characters are in 10, correct?
Yes. The other two characters are Yuna and Riku.
Yeah.
Oh, bro, you talk about a crush when I was younger? Loved me some Riku.
Got your Manic Pixie Dream Girl action?
Dude, tell you what. And she was foreign. Ooh. Speak to me in a language I don't understand, baby girl.
I know nothing about her.
She's an Albed. And Waka is racist against the Albed.
Waka is super racist against the Albed.
Because he's like really religious, and the religion in Final Fantasy X prohibits the use of machinery, whereas the Albed are tinkerers with machinery and like study ancient machines.
They're the steampunks.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
And in the fantasy world, they are the steampunk guys.
Yeah. Whereas everything else is like this kind of tropical medieval yet futuristic. It's like mage punk, you know, like if you know that like the style that like the ancients in Zelda Breath of the Wild are. It's kind of like that. It's kind of like that, like a clean energy magic punk type of technology.
Yeah, we will have to do 10 for the show sometime.
I would absolutely be on board. I think that the RPG episodes we've done so far have been a lot of fun, and revisiting 7 taught me that I was a little unfair towards 7 because I just assumed it couldn't hold up to my memories, when in fact it's pretty good.
Yeah, I would agree with that. All right, so Mikhailov, what you got for us, bud?
You want to do this?
I believe so. It seems like you've been cooking. If you got the energy for it, let's hear it.
All right, I was just worried we might be running a little long, but if you guys are down...
I woke up. Remember. I woke up. I told you at the start of this episode, I woke up.
Okay. So let me move a couple windows around here.
I used to be on Yab's Pod.
All right.
You can't scare me with long times.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, that's true.
Yab's Pod just started to become one of those 90-minute Ric Flair Broadway matches, man.
90 minutes? You're being generous.
Well, 90 minutes in wrestling term is like 4 hours in podcaster terms.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Okay.
I got what you meant.
Yeah.
Going Broadway just all night, baby.
They say he would do that and then go out and run 7 miles afterwards.
Cocaine's a hell of a drug.
Well, just the cardio shape he was in back in the day, you know? But I'm sure the cocaine helped.
All right, so the game. So this is in honor of another podcast that we all listen to. One Tadpog, Tyler and Dave Play Old Games.
And sometimes Ian.
So they have been doing these drafts. Mm-hmm. And I've kind of really been getting into the drafts that they've been doing because they've just been fun and in a lot of cases funny and silly and ridiculous. Some of them actually reveal a lot about the hosts. And this isn't something that I want to do all the time because I don't want to bite off what they're doing.
But as a one shot, it sounded like a fun idea.
But as a one shot in honor of Tadpog, I wanted to do a...
By the way, it was lovely to see you at Paul's birthday, Dave. That was a lot of fun. If you're listening. If you're not, then fuck you. I don't like you anymore. Go to hell.
I hope he's listening now.
Dave's a patron.
I didn't actually end up playing any games with Dave, which I'm kind of sad about. I played with everyone else, but not Dave.
Aww.
But I did get to play Panic Park with Paul, and that was so fun. I've wanted to play Panic Park ever since I found out what that was. Super cool game. It's got these like 2 big levers, right? And you meet like each player controls one lever, and you end up banging into each other, and it's like a bunch of different mini games with the lever controls, and it's a lot of fun. You'd have to see it in motion. Continue your story. I'm so sorry.
Do it again, make it a hat trick.
Ooh, nice. Cool callback. No, that was a spicy one. I'll give you credit for that one.
Just give it a little back.
No, that was a really good one. You got me dead to rights on that. I just got excited again because I had a lot of fun at Paul's birthday. Like I love being able to see the guys and see my brothers, see my friends. It's just
you're just making me jealous because I want to hang out with all y'all too. And I'm in Connecticut.
Well, we used to.
And I'm in Florida.
The Tedpog people used to meet in Louisville every year for the Louisville Arcade Expo, but ever since COVID, that hasn't been an official thing. They used to call it the Tadpog Prom, and we used to have so much fun.
So, speaking of Tadpog, this is a TSMP game draft.
Okay. So we're drafting games.
So here's the rules. So these are games that I have been on TSMP for. So these are games that I personally have played for the show. And the rules here are, I'm going to name them off in no particular order. And you have to pick a spot, 1 to 10, as to where they're going to be. 1 being the top, 10 being the bottom. So of these 10 games, you're basically going to rank them, but you're not going to know which game I'm mentioning next. So you could fill up a slot with...
It's fixed ranking to where once we call something number 3, we lose that slot?
Then you cannot move.
Are we working together or separately?
That's up to you guys. I think it's probably better if you pick your own answer.
If you want, I can make notes as to what you're doing. I have my notebook out right now.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay, so I can write down what we both say.
All right, so 10 slots. Once you fill a slot, it's full. So if you fill your number 1 spot and I call a game that you want to be number 1, then you're going to be sad.
I'm trying to remember what games you were on that might be a number 1 contender.
Oh, I know a game that he was on that would be a number 1 contender if it's on.
Yeah, but he also said that he mentioned he was on like 20 and he pruned the list a little bit to be tricky, so we don't know. We're gonna have. Yeah, he could be throwing us a curveball.
Hey, listen, this is what you get for calling me, quote unquote, a bitch.
This is what you get for looking like Gray Dave the Diver.
This is what you get for falling in love.
Side note, Dave the Diver is based on a real person.
With us.
Is he?
Yes.
I don't know if you guys knew that.
Yeah, I only found that out from reading the Wikipedia. He's based on a real Korean dude who dives by the day and then serves sushi at his restaurant at night, which is crazy.
That's fucking awesome.
He did die during a dive.
Damn. That sucks.
Oh, that's not awesome.
Yeah, no, he did die during a dive. It was a fish got him.
I do have another Dave the Diver fact about the development, which this game was originally... Okay, so this game was made by Nexon, which is the same company that makes MapleStory and stuff. I was asked to point out that company has been guilty of some small, loot box related fraud suits. Not like huge amounts, but enough that they have been successfully sued in courts in Korea before. So if you don't want to give money to a company that's done something like that, that's something I should point out.
Okay.
But also, Nexon originally started developing this game with National Geographic before it became Dave the Diver. It was going to be a game that was about, preserving the ocean by learning about... it was going to be an edutainment game originally. And somehow along the way, I think National Geographic pulled out and they span off a separate dev studio within Nexon called Mint Rocket to make this. So they did it kind of independently without the oversight of the main corporation. So that's just all there for the decision-making and trivia, I'm sorry that we finished the Dave the Diver part and I'm talking about Dave the Diver
No,
again.
you're fine, dude. I didn't know that, so that's cool.
I always find development trivia interesting, and until now, I forgot to bring it up.
All right, back to the draft.
Yes, let's begin.
All right, you guys are ready?
Mm-hmm.
All right, first game, Kingdoms of Amalur: Re-Reckoning.
Oh.
The first game that I was on TSMP for.
And I believe that game you brought to our attention. I think you were the one that requested it, right?
It was on the Steamy list because Dalton had sent me the Steamy list.
But did you Patreon for it?
I Patreoned for it.
Yeah. Okay, that's right.
And then history was made.
Indeed. Yep. That much like Hollow Knight that brought another member into our fold.
Yes, sir.
God, now I can't believe we didn't make a bigger deal about Silksong, considering Hollow Knight essentially created the Destructo Bros era of the podcast.
I brought it up.
You brought it up. I almost didn't bring it up just because I didn't play it any yet. I'm going to geek about it next episode. But so here's the thing about Kingdoms of Amalur. It was a pretty damn good game with a lot of potential that I never got far enough into that I feel like I'm going to be really upset about losing a slot for it. I think probably most of the games we played, I ended up resonating with more. I liked Kingdoms of Amalur a lot. I kept thinking I would go back into it and playing more of it, and I never did because I have so many other sprawling RPGs that I'd rather play. I think it was a good game. I'm going to go ahead and put it in my 8th slot.
Oh, man. Okay. I like a Kingdoms of Amalur a lot more. I think I got further in it, though.
I think the problem is you're risking giving up a lot of good slots early on. That's why I'm saying 8, because we played more good games with Mikhailov than bad games.
That is true.
So 8 does not mean 2 out of 10. 8 means pretty good. I'm putting 8 in the B minus C plus range, I'm thinking, depending on what else you have, because I don't remember we did any real stinkers.
Kingdoms of Amalur just always tickled that bone in me that loves Fable.
Fable was the big comparison we had throughout it, and as someone who was never all that into Fable, I still thought it was neat.
Really good action combat, too.
I did really like the combat,
Chakrams, I fucking love Chakrams in that game, bro.
Me too.
Wait, are you guys talking about Fable or Amalur?
Amalur.
We're talking about Amalur.
Okay, yeah, I agree. I never played with the Chakrams, did I? I think I was a knife boy.
I think you were a knife boy, but the Chakrams for medium range and close range were really good. I'm going to stick it at 5.
5, okay. We are already taking big swings. You're taking a big swing by not taking a big swing, which I guarantee means you're going to end up with a game that ends up 4 lower than you want it to be by the end.
That probably.
That's the fun of these drafts.
All right,
game number 2. Nexomon Extinction.
Woo! That game fucking rules.
We're already starting to smoke because I guarantee I still think we played at least 5 games that I liked more than Nexomon Extinction, but damn if it doesn't feel weird putting that in the back half of this list. Nevertheless, I'm going to follow my instinct and extinct Nexomon to 6th place.
Man.
It's a damn funny game, damn good game, and I'm really happy we played it.
Dalton's struggling right now.
I'm debating between 4 and 6.
4 and 6. Right, so you're going to have it hug Amalur either way.
Yeah.
Just depends on if it's going to be the big spoon or the little spoon.
I'll go big spoon. I'll throw it at 6 as well.
All right. Wow, we agree on one. All right, so NexX is at 6 for both of us. So I just came up with the abbreviation NexX for it, and that's absolutely what fans should call it from now on.
Next
also,
X, yeah.
when's Next 3 coming out?
It's still to be announced, so I think it's still
it's going to be a while.
Yeah, it seemed like it wasn't ready for announcements last time we looked into it. Like, it seemed like they were still working on a lot of fundamental shit.
It's kind of like when Bethesda, 4 years ago or 5 years ago, showed that one little clip and was like, Elder Scrolls 6, and then have nothing
I haven't
since.
heard anything since.
Hey,
we have that.
Plus, you know what? You know who else we never heard from until they were about ready to finish showing us the whole baked pie was Silksong.
Team Cherry.
So, yeah.
Oh,
wow, I said
That's
pie
true.
before I even thought about the cherry. All right, Mick, what do you got
3.
next, sir?
Dragon Ball Z Kakarot.
Finally. This is a game I did not care about whatsoever. I wasn't on this episode. Do I like Dragon Ball Z? Sure. Do I really enjoy playing games where you just kind of run through the plot of an anime? No, and I've already done that with Dragon Ball Z. I played the Super Nintendo game. I'm going to go ahead and put this in my 10th spot. Because at first I was going to put this in 9 and think maybe we did a worse game. But even if so, I think I didn't play it is a fair 10th place.
Man, I should have put Nexomon at 4 because I'd have thrown this at 6. I'll throw this at 7.
All right, DB's
Kakarot was really fun. I liked that game a lot. What this is going to end up? This is going to end up with me with a game higher than I want it to be.
It's distinctly possible because you're running on a straight now. I'm gappy. Right. You have a straight.
It's time to throw a wrench in the works here. Terraria.
Oh, hot dog. That is a tough one. That one will require some thought.
9.
Wow. Didn't require thought at all for Dalton.
Because Terraria was fun, but almost all of my fun from that game was hanging out with y'all.
That's true.
I did not play that game solo.
Fair.
No.
Yeah, that's fair. I figured that would be more of a struggle for Willie.
Yeah.
You really like that game, and you don't know what I'm going to pick next.
The problem with Terraria is I'm not as into the progression of it as I am into just standing around building and hanging out and yucking it up. Like, I don't think I'm ever going to finish Terraria. I don't even know if I'll ever reach hard.
I don't think anybody is ever going to finish Terraria. I don't think it's ever a game that can be finished.
Well, I don't even think I'm going to ever reach hard mode on my own. Like,
I have a distinct memory of us playing that game, and I was just chilling, hitting my vape pen, and I made some joke that made Nate laugh, and Nate goes, "I like vape pen Dalton. He's funny." and that stuck with me.
I'm going to put Terraria at 4.
Okay.
I feel like I've got a pretty safe list right now.
All right. Starfield.
Damn, now I do feel bad about wasting the 10 spot. All right, Starfield goes at 9.
What do I have open? Do I have 8 open?
You have 1, 2, 3, 4, 8, 10.
1, 2, 3, 4, 8, and 10. God damn it.
I told you went straight. You went straight down with a bunch of them.
I'm trying to think if we played anything shittier than Starfield that Mikhailov was on. Because I can think of games we played that were shittier, but
I don't know if we played a worse game with Mikhailov on the episode. That's the game where every time I see him play the game, I start getting mad at him and yelling at him. I don't literally get mad, but I do make fun.
Because I changed my rating, from a higher rating to a lower rating after playing it more. And now that No Man's Sky swooped in with the Corvettes, like, there's no reason for me to go back to Starfield.
Yeah, I'll throw it in 10.
All right.
You know, I really feel like I should throw it in 8. I'm going to throw it in 10.
I really don't feel like you're going to be feeling too bad about the 8 spot. I have a good feeling about
Ori and the Blind Forest.
Huh.
You were on that one?
Yeah.
8. There you go. There's my 8 slot taken.
Yep.
So if we got some shitty games, I'm going to be defending some shitty games coming up because...
So am I, because I'm putting Ori in 7, which means we both used up our back half.
Yeah.
Oh,
so we got 4 more games to go?
Mm-hmm.
All right. The Unfinished Swan.
Oh, okay. I think that game was really artistic, short, and lovely. I think it didn't overstay its welcome in any way. I think if I wanted to go back and play it to collect all the collectibles, I could and still would have fun with it. I'm probably not going to do that, but I think even though we did complete the story, I feel like I did leave it a little bit unfinished, as it were. I'm going to put that in my 3 slot.
Okay. You guys both have your 1 slot.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
What about you, Dalton?
Are gonna get it.
You have 1, 2, 3, 4.
I'm going to throw Unfinished Swan in 4. Okay. What a fantastic game. But it's like, other than collectibles, it's pretty much a one and done style game. So
yeah, I can see that. But as far as telling a story goes, I think it did a really good job of using both the medium of video games and children's stories to tell a more interesting parallel meta story, you know?
Oh yeah, and it's one of those games that, like, I say one and done, but, like, you know, if it's been a few years since I've played through it, I might play through it just to enjoy the story because it's not going to take very long, you know?
Right, you could say one and done about Gone Home too, but I could see myself doing Gone Home again now that it's been several years.
Yeah.
So you both still have your 1 slot.
Yep.
This is going to be very interesting considering the 3 games that are left.
How bad did we blow it?
No, I don't think you blew it. I just think you two are going to have a very different 1 slot, and I'm actually kind of happy that you both saved your 1 slot because I think of the 3 games left, one of them, a different one, is going to go in each of your 1 slots.
I just realized I should have left a lower slot because I think I know what you're going to pull off.
Well, the next one is Monster Hunter World.
Oh.
Yeah, I should have left the lower slot, but that's okay.
I think I see where we're going with the rest of this. I'm going to put Monster Hunter in 2. I'm pretty happy with that. I think that game was a ton of fun. I think it can get better than that, but not much. I enjoyed it as a single-player game, as a multiplayer game, as a social experiment, and as a grind. Like, everything about it was fun.
I guess I'll throw that. I got 1, 2, and 3,
1,
right?
2, 3,
I'll throw it in 3.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know where this is going. The Elder Scrolls 3 Morrowind.
Okay. I don't have a big problem with that. I feel like putting that in 5th place is pretty close to where I would have put it without blocking myself out.
Number 2.
So we're just going to both give a number 1 to whatever's left.
That's interesting. Because the last game
it better not
in our
be
draft...
Oh, man. I blew it.
Doom Eternal.
Oh, okay. I was really afraid that you were about to pull off Rita's Rewind as the last game.
Oh, no. I cut that game so fast.
Fuck you, because I've been waiting this whole list for Ys 8, and I knew that was another one that when you were like, I cut these games because I know that it would be number 1, and then I said, oh, the Yakuza games, you went, yep, and then I heard you go, oh, I'm gonna cut that one too, because that would be, I was like, oh, I bet he just cut Ys 8, that motherfucker.
I did cut Ys 8, that was exactly what I cut out. Oh, I made Dolphin laugh so hard he's coughing.
Oh, you son of a bitch. Yeah, I knew it. No, I'm totally happy with Doom Eternal at 1, though. That's a sweet game.
I think aside from me preferring to have Starfield in last place, I'm pretty happy with how my list turned out. So our list in order, mine was Doom 5, then Monster Hunter World, then Unfinished Swan, then Terraria, then Morrowind, then Nexamon, then Ori, then Kingdoms of Amalur, then Starfield, then DBZ. I could defend that list pretty easily. And yours is Doom Eternal, then Morrowind, then Monster Hunter, then Unfinished Swan, then Kingdoms of Amalur, then Nexamon, then DBZ Kakarot, then Ori, then Terraria, then Starfield.
Yeah, and looking back on that list, I would swap Monster Hunter and probably DBZ.
Yeah, that seems fair.
Because I really fucking liked Kakarot, because I hadn't seen the show Dragon Ball Z in so long that playing through it really refreshed my memory. And now the DLC and stuff they have for that game added in, like where you can play through Dragon Ball Super and you can play, there's just all kinds of stuff that they've added to that game. The Bardock movie.
Added, like the movie with Broly in it.
Yeah,
now,
the
too.
Broly movie. There's a Bardock movie I think they made that they added in. There's all kinds of stuff. They've just taken that game and been like, well, instead of making another one, let's just keep adding to this one and expanding on it. So yeah, kudos to them for that. Because they don't charge full price for their DLCs like they would a new game.
Right.
So
all right.
that was fun, man. That was fun.
That was fun.
I feel like that was different enough from the way that Tadpog does it that, again, maybe not an often thing, but I would like to do a couple like those more often. I really like the having to lock it in and you can't move it afterwards. Like those always make me laugh when I watch people do it on like say TikTok or Facebook where they rate bands 1 through 5, but you can't know what's coming next. So like they'll put a band at 2 and then the next band will come on and they'll be like, oh fuck. So yeah, it's fun.
Yeah, I've seen this format used before, but I can't remember where.
I mean, pretty sure it's been used on Tadpog.
Ah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
So
I know the one that they did recently was like a food one.
Yeah.
And so they had a rate like actually there were a couple really fun ones that they did. One of the ones that Tyler came up with was like make your Hobbit meal for a day, and you had like $28, and you had you couldn't spend more than $28, and you had to come up with each meal, and every single thing that he picked. Holy crap! If it didn't make me hungry.
He does know
food.
He's
a cook. Yeah, he's a chef, so that makes sense to me.
Oh god, when he kept talking about stuff with honey butter on it, I'm like, damn it, Tyler, I'm hungry now.
So, rolling here to the end before we get to house cleaning and stuff like that, I do want to give a quick shout out.
Yeah, I was about to do this too.
We got a shout out. Our last episode was on Elite Dangerous, and it just so happens that I suppose one of the, or if not the Elite Dangerous podcast that you can listen to out there, Lave Radio, heard our show and commented on our Spotify, which I meant to pull up and forgot. So uno momento, and I can pull that up.
Yep. While we're at that, they also mentioned us in the show notes of their own show. So we haven't listened to the episode yet, but I think that they mentioned that we did kind of an episode about how to learn the game, and they said, we had fun with it, but had difficulty with the onboarding, which I do think is a fair criticism of the game, but, is what it is. It's one of those games where it seems like you're learning a lot before you get really into it. But I'm just really grateful that, a show that's got a lot of currency within that community found our little show. I don't even know how you did, but I really appreciate that you took the time to listen to it. And hopefully I didn't embarrass myself too much by talking about lore that I'd only learned about the previous day.
Yeah, so shout out to Alec Turner from Lave Radio. It's very, very much appreciated that you gave us the shout out, man, and stuff. Like, we basically thrive on word of mouth on this show because none of us are exactly great with marketing. So, yeah, it's very much appreciated. I'm going to check the show out because Lord knows if there's a podcast out there that I can listen to and learn things that are helpful in Elite Dangerous, I'll take it because there's a lot to know about that game.
I still haven't worked out how to do mining yet. That is what I'm going to do this weekend.
Yeah. So other than that, man, our next episode coming up is going to be a crossover of sorts with old Dane and Jeff's media dump. So as you're listening to this weekend, I'm going to be putting together a watch party for Dane and Jeff's media dump. We're doing Event Horizon, which is a movie I've always wanted to see, but I never have. And Dane's never seen it either, so Jeff's super excited about that. But we're going to be doing Event Horizon, but then after that, so the way Dane and Jeff comes out, on our off weeks. So our next episode is going to be Slay the Princess, which is a visual novel, choose your adventure style of thing going on. That is the type of game that it is.
Apparently it's got really smart writing, very subversive, very interesting.
It is very interesting. I've played 5 to 10 minutes of it and quit and was like, I want to do this for the show.
Nice.
So that's where I am with that. So we're going to be doing Slay the Princess, and then over on Dane and Jeff's Media Dump, we're going to be covering a movie that I have been bugging them to watch since they started the show, and it's one of my favorite B movie classics. It is going to be Cube 2 Hypercube, and if you not necessarily into horror, and you want to come and watch this movie with us, I feel like you're safe. There's not a lot of gory horror stuff that happens in it. It's more of just like a
surreal
situational / yeah, it's very surreal and weird. It's just a very weird movie, but it's fun. It's a fun time, and it's bad and glorious. It's just it's gonna be a fun romp. So we're gonna do Slay the Princess on the next episode, and very much looking forward to that. And that just leaves house cleaning. But before I do the house cleaning, Willie, is there anything you'd like to plug?
I just wanted to shout out Lave Radio for taking the time to listen to us and bringing us up on their program. And again, really appreciate, just, hearing someone go through our thoughts, because I'm sure that as long-term players of the game, it must be interesting to still hear people getting into the series 41 years later.
Yeah, absolutely, dude. And Mikhailov, plug your stuff, my good sir.
Well, you could find me, Team Retrogue, on YouTube, but I also want to plug Dane and Jeff's Media Dump, because I learned 2 things about Jeff today. One, he is going hardcore into the No Man's Sky Corvette update, and he is building ships, and I love him for it, and he's posting pictures in the TSMP Discord. And 2, Jeff, you're a very picky eater. Because every time I listen to Media Dump, you're complaining that stuff is not going anywhere near your mouth. Just try asparagus. You'll be fine.
I'm not putting my mouth on that. All right.
Also, you're a duck.
All right. Well, then that just leaves, if you would please, go leave us a review over on iTunes or Spotify. It really does help us out in the algorithm, the very mysterious algorithm. By the way, fuck YouTube's algorithm. It can suck my balls at the moment. Now,
yeah.
and other than that, but do check us out on iTunes and Spotify. If you want to join the Discord, that's where all the cool shit happens. bit.ly/TSMP Discord, all capital letters. That'll get you an invite in. You can join in on the shenanigans, vote on the polls. We haven't done a poll checkup in a little bit, so let's do that real quick. On the long poll, we got The Witcher Enhanced Edition, Gothic, One Piece World Seeker, The Seventh Circle Endless Nightmare, and Crusader No Remorse. The Witcher Enhanced Edition is winning at the moment by 1 vote. Here's what's fucked up. The Witcher Enhanced Edition's on there and Gothic is on there. Both of those games are getting a remake. And I guarantee that we will play through the original and then the remake will come out. But maybe that'll get us some listeners, people going to find, to hear about the game. There's always that. Then we got the short poll, which is Trials Fusion, Morkred, Chuchel, Battlefield 1, and Myst Masterpiece Edition. And right now, Myst is leading the pack by 1 vote. And then the retro poll, Shanghai, DuckTales, Army Men, Toys in Space, and Comic Zone. DuckTales winning by 1 vote. So if you want to make your vote and you make your voice heard, make your vote count, come join the Discord, bit.ly/TSMP Discord, all capital letters. Link to the website, bit.ly/The Steam Machine Podcast. It is not currently up to date, but we'll get that figured out. Patreon, you want to donate to the show, help me keep the lights on around here and the show running, and I guess the steam flowing through the machine. Hey, patreon.com/The Steam Machine Podcast. $1 or more a month gets you the episodes early and ad-free, and you get the extra banter in the beginning that is just for the lovely patron members. And if you donate $10 or more, you get all of that, plus your name read on each and every episode, like these wonderful people. Let me insert my Jim Carrey deep inhale. Nate Sir Cogsworth, the 7th of June-iper, Jeff, the original Expendable, Mr. Syllables, old Jeffy Lube. Also, he is a duck. Ariesoradam, shout out to his podcast, Spectre Approved. Team Retrogue, go check him out over on YouTube. Mr. Puzzles, Dane himself, Flyin, Brian, Doran Gray, and the RPG Wolverine, Logan, Joreid. You are all very, very much appreciated. And we love you. Shout out to Dane and Jeff's Media Dump. Shout out to Team Retrogue on YouTube. Shout out to the JRPG Report. And shout out to returning one day, Grumpy Jeff's Pro Wrestling Power Hour. Other than that, I believe that's it. I got other things that I could say, like the merch. No one ever buys it. My music, no one ever buys it. So I'm just not going to say it. So we will be back in 2 weeks to talk to you lovely people about Slay the Princess. Until then, everyone, take it easy.